Bollocks.
Good evening and welcome along to episode 9 of Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel, right here on Petty Dragon. Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel is published by Wizards of the Coast, and I've completely disassembled it and reassembled it to suit my own twisted plan. So there's a lot of homebrew based in and around the Radiant Citadel. I'm mostly off-world, I will say. In case you didn't know, my name is Dave, and I am the Dungeon Master. So first up, let's get to a few quick announcements. Thanks for the sub at Tier 1. It's a map IRE, and Big Ricky says, nice opener. Sure, look it's all downhill from here. So, in case you didn't know, our merch store is back up and running. Click the link in chat or the panel in our bio to get your hands on some epic Petty Dragon merch. Discounts are available for subscribers based on your subscription tier. Now, let's take a quick look ahead to the next 7 days on Penny Dragon Games. 7 days. The consequential Quintrivium is tomorrow with our very own DM Ryan. How are you feeling about that, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Friday, join DM Ryan and a new cast of heroes as we return to regular programming every other Friday. Opposite the Sopherone saga, it's a consequential Quintrivium. In a world where your destiny used to have its place, something has changed. Gods walk the lands, monsters of all types roam freely. Do our adventurers dare to take their fates into their own hands, or will they rely on a world only an image of what it should have been? Find out soon as we join our group on the path to becoming the heroes or villains of their own story. On the Sunday, we rejoin Cloaks of Minehelm as they delve ever deeper beneath Minehelm in pursuit of the mysterious cult that killed my character in the one-shot Old Bill. And they also threaten the city. I hope they get them. R.I.P. Bill. Demons lurk in the darkness, ready to tear these mortal interlopers limb from limb. And join us on Tuesday for episode 2 of DM Carrick's mini-campaign Curse of Strahd, having just escaped the clutches of bandits after being transported to a mysterious chapel in the woods via creeping mist. Yet the party must face their most difficult challenge so far, finding out just exactly where they are. Indeed. And on Thursday, somewhere in the putrid bog near the village of Ghoulclist, a great evil is rumoured to lurk. A dark witch who traps those foolish enough to venture near, sealing them into trees to fuel her magic. Some say she is an ancient remnant of a dark world before this one, while others say she's a devil, and still more insist that she's simply a fairy tale. Are the party dauntless or foolhardy enough to travel across the Ghoulcrest bog and discover the truth? And more importantly, are they resilient enough to live to tell the tale? That one will be run by our very own Tom, who's playing Torvik tonight. So we're looking forward to seeing that one. And I believe what's completely new cast of players? Are they first timers?
Completely new cast of players for that one. Yes, we have not seen any of them on stream before.
Lovely, and that's the way we like it. More and more of you, if you do want to ever play on stream with us, hit us up on our Discord. You'll see the link in chat, and we'll get you on. So, that's as far as we go. So Thursday to Thursday. So let's move on to our thanks. Thanks to our main man in the tech bunker, usually Christian, but it's his brother Joe tonight. And thank you very much, my friend. He's looking after all things Twitch streaming and, of course, keeping the goblins out of chat. And we couldn't do this without him. I'd like to thank, as always, Kate from It's a Map for creating some of the maps you'll see in this stream. You can find Kate on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook on @itsamap_IRE. Please give her a follow, and if you're looking for a battle map, she is open for commissions. All of the music, including that creepy stuff you hear in the background, the jungly sounds, all that's from Tabletop Audio. You can go over to their website to find out more about what they do. And if you're running your own Roll20 campaign, you'll see them right up there in the jukebox. You can also influence the game directly from chat. So if you've ever wanted help out a player by offering them healing, you can do that. Unfortunately, tonight you can't give anyone blesses because we're having some technical difficulties. And but you still can donate bits, which will give somebody a 1d4 healing. So that actually will be quite necessary tonight, I'd say. But anyway, scroll down and check out the About page for all the details. And please remember to state in chat who you would like to receive your boon. And I do believe, so hold on, we've got It's a Map subscribed. Who are you giving your inspo to? It's a Map. Because if you subscribe, you can give inspiration to one player, which is a reroll of a d20. So, with all that out of the way, let's meet our heroes. Unfortunately, we're missing Craig tonight as he's tromboning it up out on tour with his band My Son the Hurricane. So if you haven't checked them out, do so. So, looking forward to having him back with us very soon. Let's start tonight with Keith. Who are you playing, Keith?
I am playing Nira, the Tabaxi monk, who died in the last stream. I went away for one episode and left him in the capable hands of my fellow players. And they killed him. But luckily enough, the
What is
extremely
that?
generous Derthast Telazar, the Malodius,
Oh,
used his generously used
Malodius.
his scroll to bring me back to life. So he's now my new best friend.
Okay, yeah, that's good to know. Let's go with Paddy next.
How are you, everyone? Good evening. I'm playing Phelan Fontaine, halfling fighter, a very deceptively soft baby face, in stark comparison to his large stomach, which is so scarred it's like one of those world record attempt rubber balls that you'd see in the Guinness Book of Records. If I can say that, I don't know.
You
There you
sure
go.
can. You can say whatever you like, my man.
But we don't have
within reason. Okay, that's great. Let's go with Kira next.
Hi guys, I'm Kira. I'm going to be playing Hethar. She is an Alaskan human fighter. She isn't really much of a talker, but she seems to have found a new friend in the tent.
She does indeed. Okay, and also you got an inspiration from Kate from It's a Map.
Oh, thank you.
And we've just seen Rugby Saturn join us in chat as well. Hello, Andy. Good to have you here. So it's Kira. So let's go with Tom next.
Hi. For tonight's game, I am playing Torvig. Torvig is a Minotaur Ranger. Hasn't yet noticed that his black fur seems to have a bit more of a sheen to it than normal, and is rather out of sorts with the necrotic rain they just escaped from.
Yeah, it's my favorite Prince song. And moving on, last but not least, it's Ryan.
Yes, it's the necrotic rain that's got you a bit out of sorts. Anyway, hi
Definitely
guys.
not the first trap Orc Barbarian. Definitely not her.
Yeah, not her at all. Hi guys, I'm Ryan, aka Deranged Rhino. That's Bodhi, as ever, barking when I start talking.
Hello, Bodhi.
Hello, Bodhi. They said hello. Yeah, now you can shut up. Thank you. I am playing tonight a fairy wizard. And I usually am accompanied by my friend Moo, who is a mushroom from the Feyrealm.
Okay, lovely. And I think that's everyone, isn't it? It is. Right, let's do a quick recap and we'll figure out what's going on and what happened.
Well,
and
we
where
did mention
are.
Andira. Do we have to mention Andira?
You can, yeah. Andira is a Shadarkai warlock who's being played by no one because they are gone off to discuss Raven Queenie stuff. With a little old dearie that said, "Now would you like to come and talk about that stuff?" So we will have no Andira tonight. So, well, actually, you may, depending on if something happens in camp or not. But yeah, so
Ominous.
Ominous indeed, yeah. So let me just scroll down to my recap. Here's my recap. So with our world in turmoil and the last standing city of Derthast under siege by the armies of the son of the Graven King, our heroes fled for their lives down the mountain pass with nothing but escape on their minds. A fork in the road with a new opening in the mountains, thanks to a stray missile, presented a new opportunity for the fleeing heroes. Into the mountain they ran until eventually happening upon a giant glistening gem the size of a small townhouse. After some hasty arcana checks, a rudimentary understanding of the mechanics of this thing were gained and the switches were thrown, with not a second to spare, as the son of the Graven King stormed into the chamber as this strange craft whisked them aloft, deposited them in the deep ethereal. Docking in a strange floating civilization carved from a gargantuan diamond of sorts, the party found themselves in the Radiant Citadel, a refuge in the deep ethereal for the displaced and the lost. Exploring this strange new place, our heroes encountered a beholder named Derek, who was rather fond of the drink, and a wizard named Nod, who provided the party with a place to stay and rest on an ongoing basis. After solving a minor mystery in the Dinsing night market, the party were informed that Nob and his allies had found some sort of scrying focus that had been attached to the craft. They made their way to the Citadel Inn, making it a certainty that their enemy now knows of this place and possibly its location, its exact location. Nob has asked the party to travel back to the world of Hethar and gather information on who or what the son of the Graven King is. So after a tense battle on the beach of the island of Garthas, the party discovered a levitating plank and a secret entrance to the caves beneath the cliffs, infested with undead that held secreted away in the box talking skull, which Andira promptly destroyed. So after much faffing about with tricks and traps, the party emerged on the surface of the island of Garthas and immediately bumped into a wandering tabaxi bard called Derthast the Melodious, who made a deal with them to take them to a small settlement of survivors in the southeast of the island, which he did, fleeing fast from a downpour of necrotic rain thrown at them by an entity known only as Shazasthar. The party made it by the skin of their teeth to the small encampment, where we joined them now. So, Who or what is Shazasthar? Will Torvik's way with the ladies improve? And what is it about Grathieze energy that everyone seems to like? Only one way to find out. Let's play some D&D. Okay, so we are here in the center of this massive tent. Torvik is away sharpening his arrows and doing their little bits and bobs. Sorry, Carrick says Necrotic Rain sounds like a great band name. It sure does. My favorite Slayer album. So yeah, Torvik's sharpening his arrows. Andy has gone off with this little dearie here. Oh, I will shift Z. He's gone off with her, and they're going to talk about Raven Queen stuff. So I'm going to move them over to one of the huts here. So we'll plop them in there. The rest of you guys are just hanging around before you take your long rest. So what would you like to do? Does anyone want to, discuss anything with anyone or do anything before your long rest?
No, I suppose. Well, I would like to ask, do I still have that floating plank?
You do.
That's okay.
Levitating plank, yeah.
Levitating plank. No, I suppose Nira, just to recap properly, because Nira, as I said, died.
Yeah.
And then woke up. There was some, as I alluded to in the intro, Derthast Talazar kind of used the scroll to kind of bargain money out of everybody for bringing Nira back. But Nira's not aware of any of that, so I think Nira might still be a little... Nira kind of thinks that maybe Derthast Talazar is kind of cool and is okay with that. But I just want to see, has anyone talked to Nira about it or anything after that, or
Well, now's the time, I think, for that to happen.
So yeah, I suppose I'd best be the one to do it.
Sorry, he's still around somewhere, I think.
Who?
Derthast Talazar is that?
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
There,
yeah, he is. Yeah, he's there with us.
Yeah. He's just kind of strumming on a lute.
Yeah.
So with Phoenix sitting next to Nira, Phoenix just says, so you obviously woke up in the middle of that fight. Seems that you took on a bit too much with that plant and got your ass handed to you, it seems.
Yeah.
So
that's how that went down. All right, Jack. But luckily enough, Derthast Talazar, the Melodious, was these out the backsies, they're great. He was there and he brought me back to life, so that was
That I did.
Yeah, nice one, Derthast Talazar, me and you, buddy, to the end.
I got you, baby. I got you. No problem.
Yeah. So
what you don't know though is that
he's great.
he held your life below money. He made us pay to get you back up. Now, we would have probably not had a problem to pay him, but the way he did it was extremely conniving.
Now this is gonna be interesting. Can I do? Is Derthast Talazar? Is Derthast Talazar the Melodious listening in on this conversation?
Oh, very, very intently. Yeah.
Oh,
We pull up his character sheet here and just see what his perception is. Yeah, he's kind of making his way over and just strumming on that lute there. Oh, I've just minimized it. There we go. Oh god, that's huge. Okay, cool. Yeah, and his past perception is 14.
Okay,
and he's doing. He can hear you. He can hear exactly. And he's interested as well, so he's paying attention. He strolls over and he's just like.
Does he have anything to say for himself then? That accusation is I'm really milking this.
No, he's
what
kind of
Derthast Talazar?
Yeah, kind of. I feel you're treating poor Derthast Talazar the Melodious. You're sullying my good name, damaging my how you say reputation. Yes, that is it.
I think you did that yourself from your actions.
My friend. I think what is it? Your little friend there, Phelan, offered to pay me. What was it? 200 gold or something. This scroll costed me at least 750 gold. I cannot just give it away for nothing.
Like I said,
so kind-hearted that you sat down in the middle of the battle and started to count what I'd given you.
Yeah, well, you told me you didn't know what was in there, so I cannot make a deal unless I know what is in there. I mean, what you could have done was maybe just gone, yes, no problem, we'll agree to pay you 750 gold, and I will give it to you, and then we settle it later. But that was not the way you chose to do it, so you're just like, oh, here, let's see what's in that pouch. So I do believe it was yourself, Phelan, maybe, that sort of played a big part in this prevarication.
Well, I'd say you're very good at spinning words.
Even better at spinning tunes.
Wow. You want to...
How much did you charge them in the end there, Derthast Telemarcirker?
All right. Getting like this, is it? No problem.
Just out of idle curiosity, what do you think?
750 gold. 750 gold. Cost price, exactly what I paid for it. So I think you'll find Delostar did not actually make any kind of a profit on it. So it could be surmised that at the end of all of this, there's Talazar did your solid.
Like I said, it wasn't the issue that we would have paid it or not.
What was the issue there, Phoenix?
The way that you did it.
What do you mean the way that I did it? Your friend is alive.
The fact that you held his life like that, just to
I did not hold his life. I held a scroll. I said, I need 750 gold for this, and your little friend there goes, I don't know how much is in this pouch. Why don't you tell me what you want? Those are the facts, my friend, you know? Those are the facts.
So if we'd have refused to pay, you'd have just let him die, would you?
Absolutely.
And that's what I mean by the way you did it.
You will. This is a random person I've met. Obviously, very well. I mean, let's go back and revisit that. If you refuse to pay Derthast Talazar, you would have let him die.
The difference is if I had the opportunity to bring someone back to life, I wouldn't hesitate.
Well, here's the thing, my friend Phoenix, and the rest of you. The island of Garthas is an unforgiving shithole. Hell on earth.
And you're just making it
and
worse.
having a scroll like this, which are getting rarer and rarer around these parts, means I could bring somebody I know longer than you, I care for more than you, back. Now I do not have that scroll, so should one of my real friends die, I do not have that opportunity. Gave it to you for cost price. Now should I lose one of my friends? They're lost forever.
I thought you said you didn't have friends.
So you don't have to worry.
I lied.
Yeah. So you value the cost of a good friend's life at 750 gold, do you?
No.
You'd rather have that than your good friend's
I
life.
value the cost of the scroll at 750 gold. That is what it cost me to purchase, and I gave it to you for exactly the same price as I purchased it for. I made no money from you, and I made no profit. So, if I really am the miserly villain you portray me to be, Phoenix, then I would have charged you 2,000 for it. But I did not. And he goes, Fring! turns his back and walks off.
Do I believe him?
Yeah, roll an insight check. Yeah. It's a Malfire as Captain Gaslight.
I was gonna say that.
He is 100% telling everything he said there is true. 18.
18.
Yeah, like he's pissed. Like,
He's pissed. He got his money.
he's pissed that he got what he paid for it. Like, so now he had money, right? So what you get with that 18 was he had money. Money won't bring someone that he cares about back from the dead. Torvik asked him, or said that I thought you said that you had no friends. He clearly lied, and he said that he lied because he doesn't want to appear weak or tell a bunch of strangers that he has people that he cares about, because that then makes him slightly weaker if they know that there are people on this island that they can leverage. Excuse me. So. And he is genuinely angry that he has now he has like a bag of 750 gold, and he doesn't have the opportunity to maybe bring Greta back if she dies, or someone that he's known longer. So that's how he feels about it. And with the 18, while how he went about it wasn't very pleasing or enjoyable to you guys. You do get that life is hard here, and you know, you have to sort of you have to be as hard or harder to survive.
Because as I've watched the thing, but so I know what the way it played out. It was kind of like he was profiteering over the situation. But when he explains it to Nira like that, it's kind of like, it totally makes sense. And I think Nira's kind of like, yeah, fair enough. Like, Nira's kind of chaotic good. And one of the things is, don't expect me to save those who can't save themselves. It's nature's way that the strong thrive and the weak perish. That's one of Nira's flaws. Or that is Nira's flaw. And that's
there you go. That resonates with you fucking
massively. So Nira's kind of look around and can see all their teammates are kind of clearly put out about it and feel aggrieved on behalf of Nira, and have obviously coughed up a lot of money that we don't have to bring Nira back to life, which I think Nira's definitely feeling a bit like funny about. But also it's kind of like, well, yeah, you know, it was a financial transaction. But Nira is going to keep all those thoughts to themselves and be like, yeah, that was weird on. So yeah, I probably owe you guys a few shillings. Thanks very much, by the way, for sorting that out. Get you back.
Sound.
Edmund just pat him on the thigh as he's lying on the mats, and he said, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm sure you have our backs. We have your backs."
Oh yeah, 100%, man. 100%. Definitely sort you out at some stage.
Okay. Catherine and Greta, what's up there?
I'd say we're just sitting, drinking, talking about our victories.
Okay,
How hard it is on the island, how long she's been here.
All right, yeah. So she'd be like, "Oh right, we've been here for since it all started, you know." So yeah, the island's now. Well, it's all son of the Graven King thing.
Oh.
He came from this island, you know. So right, this is where it all happened. It's where it all began, and you know, yeah, he's left his lieutenants behind him to rule this island with an iron fist and stop anyone looking into his history and finding out who he was and where he came from.
How many did he leave behind?
Well, he's left 4 that we know of. That Hethar is one of them, and then they've got underlings as well. So it's like the north, the east, the south, and the west, all as a being like Hethar. And then in the northeast, the southeast, the southwest, and the northwest, all of those lieutenants of underlings that sort of take care of the kind of minor business. They're like slightly less powerful than them, but they're still. I wouldn't like to face them on a dark and stormy night.
So you guys are surrounded constantly.
Oh, it's just one big war of attrition, Kefra. Chopping off heads and undead creatures here and there and all this kind of stuff.
How many?
Many heads. Too many to keep track of, my dear.
I hope you turn them into drinking apparatuses.
Well, I mean, I have got a giant skull that I use for those special nights when I'm out in the lash, you know. So hang on, I'll get it. And she runs off. Where's her green little house? There it is. She goes off there. And you're currently alone then with the gang. As she goes off to get her giant hollowed out skull. Anyone else?
Stopped now then?
The rain has stopped. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm probably going to take a wander outside.
Okay, cool.
I said Torvig was going to head out as well, just to find a quiet corner.
Cool. So as you walk around, you can see that the trees here, they've all kind of withered and they've withered but not quite died. And you can see the evidence of where this necrotic rain fell. But you can see also that these tents and stuff have been heavily waxed to sort of, at a pinch, just, protect from from the worst effects of that necrotic rain, that people can just, you know, huddle under and stuff like that. And you can see that the underside of them have been stitched. There's been holes stitched and stuff like that. It seems like that's a very, very important part of day-to-day living. This whole settlement of survivors, excuse me, is it's like a link. It's a series of siege engines that have been linked together by these sharpened sticks and with these kind of wooden palisade type setup. So it seems effective enough at keeping out maybe keeping out the more physical of the undead threats, but you would imagine that they're not going to do much for the sort of more ethereal threats that may sort of roam this area.
Okay. Would I have any understanding as to how they were able to make this rain happen? Like, is it a magical thing or is it a like a chemical thing?
Oh, it's definitely some sort of magical effect. You want to give me an Arcana check, or I would imagine that you're gonna shoot for Arcana.
I would if I could, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Let's go for that then.
22.
22. Yeah, it seems it's definitely some sort of regional effect. That is an ability of obviously whoever, you know, is tied to the land here, whoever that Shazastar creature is. And looking at how it affected things, you would imagine that it's only going to get, the longer this creature is tied to this land and rules over it, those weather effects and those regional effects are only going to get worse and worse.
Right. Okay. So it's really kind of starting to fuck with the ecosystem.
Very much so, yeah.
Okay.
And
okay,
as such, you're kind of I assume you're kind of flying around the place, are you?
Yeah, I'm checking the trees. I'm not touching anything, but I'm examining it as
There's
much as possible.
Small puddles of it, here and there, and you can see this small little decomposing looking creature. Looks like it used to be a fat kind of bullfrog, and but it's now, you can see like it's missing one eye, and the skin on its face is beginning to, has kind of withered away and stuff like that, and it's now this sort of shambling monstrosity, and it hops over and it's like bah, bah, and its tongue whips out to try and, obviously you're like 20 times too big for it, but it still sees you, and it sees something living, and it's trying to hop and get you. But
so it's still stayed alive? It's just missing half its face?
No, it's died and it's been reanimated in undead form. And
in that case, I'm firebolting it.
No problem at all. We don't need to roll initiative for that. But you can see now that there are like many kind of small rodents that have been completely wiped out by this necrotic rain, but are still wandering around in this undead state, and they're being quickly dealt with by the survivors of this settlement. And you can see it's very routine the way they're doing it.
I'll be helping them do that as I'm searching around as well.
No problem.
Does it seem to have any flammable, like when I firebolted the creatures, does the liquid itself burn, or is it just like a liquid in general?
It does not burn.
Okay, perfect. So then in that case, I'm just...
There's a very sweet smell to it. If you've ever stood beside a hedge in, say, late summer, when the leaves beneath it are starting to decompose and stuff like that, and you can smell that sweet smell of rot, there is that kind of sweet smell to it.
Gotcha. Okay, I gotcha. I'm just gonna go swamp rat killing.
Yeah, cool. And that's very easy to do. Ravens Rangers is another winner map from Kate. Indeed, Kate's maps are always awesome. And if you want to get some for yourself, you can go to find her on It's a Map IRE.
I can't bloody use them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Cool. All right. So, anyone else like to do anything before we take our long rest? Greta will be back now with her skull in a minute. Torvig, you okay?
So yeah, when Torvig's finished checking through the arrows, I think he'll move up to one of the watchtowers, and he's just going to be kind of observing what the land looks like after this has gone through. Because there's something deeply this
Yeah. So
this is it's just something to his core. This is worse than he ever could have imagined. Actually, seeing that kind of destruction probably he's seen out there at this point.
And you can see now on the way, so as far as the eye can see, you can see, you know, the trees, the leaves in the trees have all kind of withered away, and this part of the island now is just, it's a bit of a wasteland. And as you're looking out there, there's this tabaxi gentleman here, beside you, and he says, hello.
Pardon me, excuse me for this.
Came in with the group, did you not?
We did, yes. We narrowly avoided getting caught in that hideous downpour.
Yes.
Has that happened often? That sort of.
This is the first time in several weeks, I think.
But it has happened before.
Yes. But it's amazing how the forest, the jungle, it bounces back. We'll see in a couple of weeks. The undergrowth and the trees and the leaves and the trees will be back, and it's fascinating. It seems to have more of an effect on the rodents and the animals and the living creatures as opposed to the trees.
I would imagine Plato said there's a permanence to this jungle. It has been here for some time, I would imagine, by feel of it.
Yes, I agree. And he kind of turns around and punches the wall there and he goes, God damn it. Somebody just needs to go and take out this Hethar once and for all. All too chicken shit to do it.
I mean, do you know where you could find him? Do you know the extent of his powers? This is something.
Sorry, first off, what's your passive perception? 17. Far off. You hear this. Heavy footfalls. And looking far to the horizon. And I'm going to drag it in here. It's not here, okay? So everyone just calm down.
Preemptive calm down. Just ahead.
You see stomping around there.
Dinosaurs!
A massive creature built for pure murder, but this one is missing tendons and parts of its jaw and its skin, and it is what looks like some sort of undead T-Rex that is just on a rampage throughout the jungle right now. Yeah. And you hear this roar, and it just gone.
I mean, that is a creature you would not want to get on the wrong side of.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just
is he able to control creatures that this happens to, or is that just a rampage?
From what we know, there's no control there. Unless they're his minions. No idea how they become his minions, but yeah, it's hard to know.
It looks like for this part of water return to any semblance of order, you'd have to remove these lieutenants?
Well, this is it. I'm trying to get motivate them, but all they're interested in is survival. Survival, stay safe.
I mean, this is not survival, this is just last stand.
Exactly. So I don't know. Maybe you can convince them. Maybe you go and do it.
I mean, we need to know where we could find him. What forces we'd expect to be surrounding him.
I don't know those details, but I do know he's. There was one time I went out, did a bit of scouting myself, and I found, well, there's an old ruined keep far to the east of here. Sorry, yeah, far to the north and the east. I heard his voice there. Same voice I heard here. He's in there somewhere. To start. He's in there somewhere. I can't pay you to do this. I don't know if anyone else can.
Well, some things don't necessarily require money. Some things are there to be.
Well, don't say
they're
that
against the natural order and should be dealt with.
Indeed.
Okay, I might just stay standing guard of him for a time.
Okay, cool.
And then I will catch up with the others later on.
No worries. Greeter rocks back. Greeter rocks back with this massive, looks like a hill giant skull, and it's filled full of this thick, gloopy, golden-looking liquid. And she goes, "Right, here we are. You see this now? Right, here you are, take a sip of that." And she hands it over to you, and the weight of it is incredible. Just give me a quick strength check just to see if you can manage not to drop and spill all this stuff.
No, she's not that strong.
6. I just needed you to not roll a 1, so that's not too bad. As the thing just kind of sloshes, and a little bit of this what you smell now to be mead just kind of sloshes out, and it smells this wonderfully honey rich, sweet, and slightly pungent liquid. So
turn to her and go, "Oh my god, did you make this yourself?"
Oh, you did not? No. I just found it. Found a ball of it way out in the way, and then I found another free, brought them back, and I just keep them for a special occasion. And what's more of a special occasion than when you lot, we've got some new survivors.
Now I think
help us defend the settlement. Right, take out some of that then.
She's gonna take a huge mouthful out of that.
Oh, nice, and it goes down. Ruby Saturn says, "Found it." Yeah. And yeah, you take a good hefty swallow of it, and it goes down rich, but there is a burn to it. But it tastes delicious, and you kind of you can this skull has been polished so well that there are obviously no remnants of brains or anything left in it from the creature that you kind of used to own it. So yeah, she takes it off you, and she goes, "Hey, down the hatch," and she goes, glug 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 glug, and then she kind of looks over at Nera and Derthast and Phelan. She goes, "Anybody want a sup? It's the good stuff. So it is."
Nera will definitely take us up.
All right, Nera. Yeah, I think there's not as much liquid in it now, so yeah, you can take us up. And again, it burns going down, but it is absolutely delicious. And
Nera has that cat
Definitely
drinking
actual
thing
life.
where the tongue has to go in and like.
Yeah.
But I don't know how socially aware Nira is that that's kind of disgusting to people that don't normally drink like that. So
Yeah,
Nira's just
Greta
gonna go
doesn't
for it.
seem to be too. She doesn't seem to be too worried about that at all. You get the impression that like she'll be licking the inside of this thing when it's nearly empty. You know.
Yeah, Nira definitely goes for it anyway.
Phelan, you having a bit?
Phelan will have a look in and see if he can reach into it to take a drink.
Okay, yeah, you certainly can. There's a bit left, and it's a hill giant skull, so it's huge. You're like your two arms here, and like you're holding with two hands, and glug 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 glug. But yeah, and again, it you know, would mead be a thing for Phelan where he came from, or
Oh, it would, yeah.
yeah, well, this is some of the best you've ever tasted, and yeah, so there is that, and so you can definitely. You can definitely spend the rest of the night supping away if you want.
Well, she's not going to go too much 'cause she knows what's out there. But I think she's totally in complete awe of Greta now and kind of realizing she's been talking for quite some time. And she's like,
Yeah.
oh God, people. Right. Okay. We don't do people. So she's just going to kind of, the alcohol's hitting her, you know, that kind of way.
Yeah. Rugby Santa says it's like you all kissed now. So yeah. You can see Greta's getting a little bit merry now, and she's getting a little bit like, you know, and she's enjoying the crack with everyone and whatever. So and at this point, you know, a lot of people have left the main tent. They're all kind of doing their own thing. The rain has stopped, all this kind of stuff. So people are back, you know, doing what they normally do. And it is getting very, very dark very, very quickly. So Greta says, "Oh right, well, you know, I've a bit of an early start in the morning. I'm out on patrol, so I better hit the old sack there. But look, yeah, let me sort out an old tent for you guys. In fact, you probably have the." And she goes, "Hold on a second there now," and she goes off to find where's she gone? Oh yeah, she goes off here, and you can hear some kind of conversing outside. And Greta comes back and she says, "Yeah, you guys can have the little house there up the top there with all the crazy little leaves on it there." Which I will shift ping, boop. Let's just here. I don't have a map for the inside of it, but you guys can move your tokens up there if you want to spend the night there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Move your tokens up there, and I just need to know.
Thank you to Greta for that.
That's no problem, my dear. We'll sure maybe we'll have a few more drinks tomorrow night then.
Absolutely.
Sounds good. Cheers.
Right, she goes off to her little hut there.
Is this roof pitched as it looks on the picture?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's kind of high up, and there's a little chimney there. You can light a little fire in.
Okay, so I would fly up into that kind of pitch there and like
Nice.
using druidcraft, just make like a little hammock out of vines and leaves and stuff.
Cool. I love it.
Yeah, because I want to be up out the way in case any shit happens. I'm also though going to reinforce the inside of the roof with more leaves, just in case any more fucking rain was to drip through. I'd get some warning of it.
Hey, nice. Take a point of inspiration for that. That's a great idea.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. So you do that, and you can see all these vines and things just emerging from thin air, and you make yourself this wonderful little hammock. And I need to know, and again, yeah, like the roof is reinforced now, and it's good to go. I need to know, are you guys happy to sleep? Are you going to rely on the folks on the walls to keep watch for you, or what's the story?
Phelan is just going to crawl into a corner and just go straight to sleep.
Torvig will have seen them entering that and will come over to suggest that there is a very big creature out there. I would suggest we might want to keep watches on tonight. And he'll start druid crafting torch sconces so they can have light up in them.
Nice.
Yeah, and Catherine's always on watch. She's always weary.
Yeah.
So Andira has disappeared at this stage. Is that right? Andira,
Yeah, she's gone off to someone else's sort of hut.
Right.
There, yeah, I think Craig's wishes were that like we get somewhere safe, and then she takes a time out. I mean, now look, you know, if things get dicey, someone can control her again. I do believe Tom was doing it last time, so, and I'm happy if you guys want to keep keep her in there. But I will say, you know,
I am never running someone's character again.
as you saw in the last session.
I mean, I'm happy to run it, but I think for this one, I'd rather wait till Craig's back.
Cool. All right, cool. Let me just.
Mark, I was
just
clarifying that from a narrative point of view, we're like, oh yeah, and Dira's off doing this cool thing. We don't need to worry about them for the evening.
So there's a couple of torches there. I'll just drag them out. Boop, 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 boop.
But also, I suppose, I just want to ask, like, from Nira's point of view, what is the vibe? Like, we've met a few people. There's been a lot more kind of like characters floating around. This is like a little settlement and stuff.
Yeah.
Does it seem like somewhere we can let our guard down? Do we feel like, oh, this is great, they've got it all in hand? Or are they just kind of like, oh, wow, we hope tonight's not the night we all get wiped out? Or is it like, nah, we've been here for ages, fucking, have some more drinks. It's grand. What's the general gist?
The vibe you get is as I sort of hinted at,
too long, Dave.
as I alluded to the last time, they definitely have this place set up to defend against the likes of, like, zombies kind of shambling through. The zombies are just kind of clawing effectually at the barricade, these kind of high palisade walls for a while, and then before they're taken out. The likes of, like, wraiths or specters or shades or stuff like that, they can probably breeze straight through those walls, as you know. And it's one of the reasons there are guards on all night. Now, they haven't survived this long by not having their shit together. And you do see there's a number of bells, and on each sort of siege engine that's been turned into a watchtower. So you can see there must be some sort of alarm system. Yeah.
And sorry, did they say, I might have missed it, did they say how long they've been here? Or did they give any inclination?
No, they didn't actually, but they did mention that the last bout of the necrotic rain was a few weeks ago. So
okay,
you would imagine, they did allude to the fact that, Grathieze did, that they've been here since the son of the Graven King rose to power initially. And she suggested that but she didn't, no one really sort of quizzed her on that. So, there may be more to learn there.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fair enough. Just I didn't know if they did mention.
Yeah.
But obviously, they have more notifications.
That was about 6 months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
On the timeline we know elsewhere in Hethar.
Now, time may have passed differently while you were on the ethereal plane.
For sure. But even from the fortifications, we can see, like, they didn't just rock up yesterday. They've actually they've settled in.
No, there is sort of there is say moss growing up the palisade and stuff like that. So it's and the sharpened spikes, they have that sort of brown dull color. They haven't been freshly cut.
Oh yeah, cool. And the people themselves are like they're fairly settled, and they're like, we don't need to be here all night. We can relax. We've got this. This isn't our first rodeo kind of thing.
Yeah, you would hope so.
That's the vibe they're given anyway. So.
Yeah.
Grand. Well, if that's the case, I think. Yeah, and Torvig mentioned me. I suppose.
When I get in, I'll bring everyone up to speed with what I'd spoken to the guard on the gate about.
And we see that there are guards and stuff on the gate, so we can kind of. Well, I suppose Nira be like, So, what do you reckon? Do we need to? Should one of us stay up, or are we?
I think it would be best if we always had at least one of us a week.
Fair enough.
While we're on this island,
I can do a shift. It's no problem.
Me too.
There's enough between us. Even if Phelim is already snoring, I'm sure the rest of us can manage.
Yeah.
Heavy snoring coming from beneath his cap.
We'll give him the morning watch. We'll wake him up early. He likes that.
Grand. I'll take the first shift, so.
I'll go after.
Okay, cool. So, can I get a? Let me see. Can I get a perception check from everyone? Who is awake? As when night falls here, it falls quickly, and you can hear the jungle. It's unpleasant. Anyone who has sort of been in a jungle situation before, it's the night is when it really comes to life, and the noises and the sounds and the screeches and all these animalistic noises just begin to form this this vicious cacophony. And it's tonight, it's eerily quiet because everything in the vicinity has been completely destroyed.
Yeah, Torvig is not going to sleep well if it's silent.
No,
that's going to be
you
really
do hear these kind of weird occasional grunts and screeches of whatever.
Is it still feeding
bird...
snoring, or is this actually something?
yeah. From whatever undead monstrosities and creatures are sort of roaming this area now. That up until late afternoon yesterday had previously been just living denizens of this area. So there is that occasional screech or howl of an undead badger or an undead sort of maybe a raptor, velociraptor or something like that. And there's no sign when you leave, there's no sign of that zombie T-Rex that you saw just walking around, kind of heading off in the opposite direction. There's no sign of it since. But it is good to know that there is, you now know that there is one of those pottering about somewhere in the island.
I'm not telling Kefra about that because she'll want to behead the damn thing.
I might want to ride it first, get a little saddle for it.
I will say, I will say, no matter what,
to do that.
It's unlikely you'll meet it straight away, but when you get to an appropriate level, because I think it would fucking completely one-shot you guys right now, but when you get to an appropriate level, I will be rolling a dice just to see if it randomly crosses your path. And if you do manage to take it out with no survivors, with no...
yeah,
with no fatalities.
With everyone.
Your DM's showing.
Yeah, I know, right?
That was
But if
if
you do manage to take it out with no character deaths, I will give you an unplanned level up.
Just go and hunt it now.
yeah. Or wait until
God.
Yeah. So that's on the table. And so, but I mean, I will be pulling no punches with this thing. It's not. I do know that Joe was in Twitch chat there going, "Oh, I love those things." It's been tweaked. So
really,
it's definitely a bit of a Dave tweak to it. So yeah. So apart from that, what was your did someone roll me a perception check then for their first watch?
Oh yes, that's mission.
Okay, 17. How many watches are we taking? Is it 3 or
4? Would Phoenix take a watch?
He's probably asleep, let's be honest.
It will probably be 4, and we'll feed him up for the dawn watch.
Okay, cool. So 4 watches.
Yeah.
Somebody roll me a d4, please.
I will say it's more tiring for Phoenix because you guys walk, whereas he's got to fly, and it's just so much more tiring.
Yeah. And are there wings that real kind of heavy, or are they that real kind of fast?
It's more hummingbird.
Oh, okay, yeah. Nice, yeah. Okay, so 3, cool. So 17, Nera, as you're sitting there now, the fire is freshly lit. You can still taste that mead. And Raven's Phoenix is a force snore. You can still taste that mead, just that's coated your throat on the way down, and you're kind of sitting there going, "Geez, I fucking love some more of that," or just maybe just a bottle to sup on or whatever. And the fire pops and cracks as a twig just explodes and sends a couple of sparks out that just flicker to nothingness. And your attention is kind of drawn back to the inside of this chamber, which is it's kind of bare. There's one table, there's the fireplace, and there's a few. You've all spread out your bedrolls and stuff like that. And you can see Phoenix kind of gently kind of swinging there in this hammock that they've druid crafted, and the fire burning brightly right now at the start of the night is just casting these weird dancing shadows across the room.
I will say the other thing Nero would see is actually Moo sitting on the end of the hammock, just looking down on them all. I took him out just to watch while I was asleep. So
do you want to drag Moo in there then?
Yeah, he'd literally just be sitting there in the hammock, just staring at them.
And we can shift see Moo there just to show the viewers what Moo looks like. There you go. Can you shift see him, or do I have to do it? I'll do it.
I think you have to.
There you go.
There he is.
There's Moo. Lovely. Okay. Yeah. And so Moo is just like swinging, just looking down at you. And yeah, so as the shadows lengthen and sort of dance and just retreat into the walls again and stuff, you're like, oh. With that 17 perception, one of the shadows looks a little bit strange, as it's sort of almost like an arm reaches out and then it's gone. It's the only thing you notice. You're sure it was your mind, though.
I think Nira might take a little stroll over just to where that shadow lengthened and kind of like just take a little quick look around.
Cool. But do you want to, are you investigating or are you trying to perceive?
I suppose, yeah. I'd love to say perception because I have a +6, -1.
Okay, well, let's say yes. You're checking it out there.
Okay, I won't turn that down.
Just turn the music up a little bit. 18 perception. Yeah, as you look there, you're like, oh, must have been your mind. There's nothing there. With an 18 perception, no. With an 18 perception, you kind of you give it the good once or twice over, and then you're like, huh. You for a split second, you see your breath in front of you, and it's gone. It does feel a little bit colder in that corner.
Near will probably take a little step outside just to kind of have a walk around and just see if there is.
Interesting. Okay.
Just around the outside of the house to see is like just
yeah. Let's move your token out there then.
Which corner was that?
It would have been over. So the fireplace would have been around here, and you would have been in this corner here.
Okay, so Near will take a little stroll out there. What's this shady looking character up on the...
Oh, he's up here. I'll give you a shift.
Give him a little bit of a nod.
He's looking out. Has his eyes trained out this way. Here, I'll shift ping this. And he kind of looks back at you and he goes, everything okay?
Yeah, there was just a little, thought there was a little something strange. A bit of a cold spot in the room, you know. You didn't see anything out here a minute ago, did you?
Nothing here.
Nothing here, right. Do I see anything? Does Nira see anything else?
Give me another perception check.
Holy God.
I'm so glad I'm asleep.
You won't be in a minute.
16. No, nothing.
Nothing.
Seems to be all clear.
Back inside, and Nero will sit cross-legged and just kind of in the opposite corner. Not the opposite corner, but we'll
move your token. Move your token to where you want to be. And who's taking the next watch then? Because your watch, I'm not going to say passes uneventfully, but, you know.
I think I'm second, Catherine second.
Okay, Catra, you wake up. And who's waking Catra up from a distance, I assume?
That'll be Nero take the staff out and be
hey.
Throw something on her head.
Yeah. Ketra. Just like
What?
tapping her with the end of the staff.
You just sit there.
It's
What?
your go. There's
Oh.
there's some weird cold corner over there, so you keep an eye on that. I don't know what that's about, but I'm going to bed.
A what?
Yeah, I don't know. Good night.
So what you basically told
That
us
was one of
that
the
corner's
best
cold,
handovers ever.
Don't stand there, otherwise it's a...
Amazing.
Does it need
Okay,
fire?
cool.
Does it need what? I don't understand.
Nier's already asleep.
Fair.
I'm just looking on Twitch, and that token is still shift seed there. It's a bit weird. Oh, it's gone. Cool. Yeah. So So Ketra, you wake up and you're a little bit grumpy.
I need hit.
So what would you're just gonna, where are you gonna go? You're gonna stay there and just keep your watch there, or are you gonna walk a perimeter, or what are you gonna do?
She's gonna have a look over in the corner initially just to see if she can feel or sense anything.
Okay, so that corner is here. Are you gonna go over? Are you gonna
She'll go over slowly.
Okay, move your token to where you think she would go then.
Just around like here,
Okay.
just to scan over so she can kind of see everyone around her as well.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so the fireplace would be here, and again you can see it's Nera has been fairly good at feeding the fire. It's not completely burning low, but it's not the roaring blaze it was at the start of the night when you closed your eyes. And again, it is casting these dancing shadows across the room, and the many rafters that sort of hold this sort of large vaulted part of it up. You can see the shadows dancing on them, and you see these elongating kind of shadows that are cast when the fire hits those rafters and roof beams and stuff like that. It is sort of, just making this room feel a little bit creepy, but maybe that's your imagination. It's hard to tell. You don't sense anything about that cold spot, though, that Nera was talking about.
is there enough firewood saved in the house that she can top it up, or does she have to go
Oh,
out?
There's there's maybe 2 or 3 more logs left by the fire, but there is a basket just outside the door. The front door will be here, and there's a basket just about there where those old crates are.
Okay, so that's probably a stupid thing to do, but she's going to top up the fire and go get some more for the next round, so
Okay, cool.
it will be enough.
Yeah, cool. So you're going to do that. You top up the fire, and they kind of land on the thing, and they land on the blaze, and you can see the ashes kind of shoot up the chimney there. And as you walk out to get some more wood, can I get a perception check, please?
Oh, I guess it's free.
21. You hear
I
Greta
don't know
and
if
this.
that's good or bad.
You hear Greta and this previously unnamed woman. Well, you hear first off Greta having there's sharp words being exchanged from just to your right there, to your east. You can hear, "It's about time, Andres. It's about time that we went and took him out. We're living hand to mouth here. I swear to all the gods, if we don't send a group, I'll go myself." Andres is like, we can't do it. It's too dangerous. He's too powerful for us. She goes, well, what about those new ones that arrived? They seem pretty strong. Why don't we get them? That one Hethar seems to be a bit of an arse kicker. Nah, that big Minotaur fella. He seems like he's taking a few bodies and a few, come on, we've got to do something. And you can hear Anders going, we'll talk about it in the morning, Greta. Talk about it in the morning. And they head off.
She's just going to get her firewood and go back inside for a while.
Okay, so you collect the firewood and you hop back inside, throw it in the big basket, and you're sitting down. What's your passive perception is 14. You're kind of moving things around and trying to make yourself comfortable, and you do find a bottle of rum. It's in a box under a shelf.
She would love to drink it right now, but after hearing what she's heard, sounds like they want to throw us in the danger zone of things. So she's just going to keep her wits about her right now at the moment.
Okay.
She's going to stash it away for herself now in her bag.
Cool. Raven's Render says all we need now is a disco ball. Indeed. Cool. So you can add a bottle of rum to your inventory. I don't know if it's Joe that has to knock that Shift Z off on the Twitch, but it would be great. Thank you very much. So as you settle down, who is on for watch 3 and who's thanks, first time chat, Knitting Daddy, a little sip would be okay. You sound like an enabler and I need to be your friend.
He sounds like a dad is what he sounds like.
Yeah. I hope you're Irish because we need to go for pints. We stay out for one more. Just one more.
Just one.
Just one more.
Just one chase to take it
Go
down.
on. You will have another one.
You will.
Until the question is asked, do you have your passport on you?
Which design do you prefer? The one.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, Catherine, who are you waking up now to do the third watch?
I think it's going to be Torvig is the next one. She tends to only kind of approach him.
Okay, so yeah.
So she's just going gently towards him to just push him on the shoulder and go, your turn.
Okay.
Anything to report?
I have gotten more firewood. We are going to stay warm. But while I was outside, I seen our friend Greta. There's going to be discussions in the morning. But I think they might want us to go and do some dangerous mission. I'm feeling that's going to come our way.
I suspect this might be. We might be headed north and east towards that ruined keep I mentioned. Would be my guess.
Also, Nira said that corner was cold. So
why does he not just put some wood and stuff in there?
I put more wood on the fire, so I'm assuming that's. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm going to bed. Good night.
Good night, Kevin. Sleep well.
Phoenix is like, are you trying to smoke me out?
And yeah, like Katra, I assume you just close your eyes and you're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Katra's gone. Okay, Torvig, as you are sitting there again, the fire begins to burn low again. There is a new barrel of logs.
Burning rocks.
Burning rocks, indeed. That would make for a hell of a hot box in there. So, yeah, you're sitting there now, and the fire begins to burn low. There is a crate of logs there, and you can see Phoenix swinging there, and Moo just swinging there, and his eyes don't seem to leave you at all. As Moo is just staring
anywhere around the room, and the eyes just follow you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just it's kind of creepy. But you do sort of, you are the only one up and sort of aware and maybe moving around, or the only kind of creature that Moo might find interesting right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take a close look at that cold corner, see if I can see anything.
Yeah, give me a perception check, yeah, or investigation, depending on what you'd like to do.
I will just be looking, so I shall attempt to perceive. I will cast guidance on myself.
Oh yes, nice.
Because a couple of them have talked about this now between themselves. Can Moo maybe see if he can see what they're talking about?
Yeah, sure.
17. 17. Not a great roll.
Doesn't seem to be anything weird about it.
Moo
doesn't seem to be a 20. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing odd about it. You know, maybe it was a breeze that sort of just wafted through at the
I
wrong
can't see any
time.
obvious holes or.
No obvious holes there. No nothing. It just seems to be, and it wasn't like it was just the area that Nera was standing in just for a second when he did a little, huh. His breath just appeared in front of him, and it felt cold for.
I mean, that I
couple
don't know
of
about. As far as
seconds.
I'm told, it's a cold corner.
Yeah.
Then we will not stand.
But there is
in
no
corner.
cold corner there that you can can perceive.
Yeah. So my watch, I'll be partly staying in here, but there'll be quite a few sort of passes around the outside of the building.
Okay, cool. As
I
you
might even pop up onto that watchtower nearby at least once in that sort of next couple of hours.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, good to know.
I presume I'm doing like 2 hours, about sort of an hour in. There'll just be a pop up to there and just to get some elevation.
Yeah, no worries. So as you are leaving this, if you want to maybe move your token to where you think you would be there, yeah, cool. As you're leaving, you do. It is the darkest the night will be now. You can see there are a number of torches flickering on the palisade, and 2 on that siege engine.
I'll move myself
where the guy is.
I'll just move myself around to where I can see the siege engine then.
No worries, yeah. And they're not there. Any tokens that are there except for this guy.
But yeah, I can see the siege engine then. That's be that point.
Yeah. Just moving any villagers out of the way. I say villagers, survivors. See how many there are in a minute. As you're walking around, you do. The first thing you notice is underfoot there's a crunch as your feet you step. Are you hooves or are you
hooves? It's hooves.
Yeah, as your hooves sort of just step and from squelch into crunch of ice.
I pretty much I will stop on that second crunch. Like, what have I just trodden? Is this bone? Is this?
You hear a.
Fuck me, that doesn't sound good.
Calls for your soul. And
I'm rather attached to myself, thank you.
Out from behind the tree.
Shit.
Steps this creature, and I will ping it once it's in here.
Another one.
You can see this ghostly apparition of this once fallen warrior. A spectral longsword over its shoulder. And it says, "Your end is nigh." That's where we're going to take our break.
Well,
thanks very much for sticking with us, guys. We will see you on the other side of this. And see how many survivors are in the Camp of Survivors at the end of it.
Dun, dun, dun.
See you in a couple of minutes.
Bye.
Welcome back to part 2 of episode 9 of Journeys to the Radiant Journeys adjacent to the Radiant Citadel. Anyway, yeah. We are where we are. So look,
somewhere.
Yeah, we're on the undead infested island of Garthas, and shit's about to fucking kick off. So let's go. Torvig, as you stand there from outside of the tree, this spectral image. Again, I'll shift see it for those that weren't there. Boom. You can see now this flaring red eyes and this just expression of hatred and anger. And again, she has this long sword across her back. It's also spectral, and she points at you and says, "Shazazar demands your souls." And from out of the shadows step some more. Oh, sorry. Oh, boop, 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 boop. Almost as if operating from thin air, but you can see the shadows lengthen as they just seem to emerge from these darkened recesses. And that is not all. What's after happening here?
That looks plenty. I'm happy. Just those three is good. That's fine.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Standing behind there.
You only want Torvig. We're good.
Standing behind there, you can see this creature here, wreathed in shadow with some sort of crown of flaring yellow eyes. And you can just see it standing there. And
Well,
take him. I need you all to roll initiative.
Damn it. I was just about to shout.
Let me just double check that I haven't. You can shout as a free action that I have cleared.
Yes, I am definitely shouting.
Where's my mouse pointer gone? Here we are.
Kate said, I think I dated him once.
Turn order. Boop.
Jesus, calm the fuck down there, Freya.
27.
Oh god. Fuck.
What
was
the
like
22. I'm doing really well.
hell, man. Okay, cool. Boop.
And then Torvig's on the other end of the spectrum.
Initiative.
Yeah, that's good. That's where we want to be, right at the base. The only person who knows this is here.
Yeah,
I can get the shout off in time.
You guys look at that. 53 hit points, man. It's gonna be fucking grand. Mormesk the Wraith gets 23 hit points.
Mormesk.
Nice. Okay, cool. So is everybody in?
Yeah.
Now, just because you're in the initiative order doesn't mean that you're going to be able to act straight away because you're asleep. So, what I'm going to do
is skip everybody.
Let Torvik handle this one.
change the P
Video.
to an N, Nira. I'm gonna skin everybody. But let me just move this to descending. So first up, as a free action, Torvik, what I want you to do, and this is a bit of a weird one. Now I'm gonna say make me a performance check.
Sure.
Or if there's any other skill that you'd like to argue for that you think you would use to bellow the order to wake up from outside the hut, whatever it is, if it beats everyone's passive perception, they can get up in the first round.
Sorry, I'm just checking one of my features on this. No, I'm happy with perception. I'll go performance. Sorry, that's fine.
Okay, so give us a performance check.
So that
you
would
can
be
give yourself guidance. That's a 9.
No, it's not guidance.
Oh.
That's something called otherworldly glamour.
Okay, otherworldly glamour.
But that's only a 9, sadly. So that's
Does
not gonna
anybody have a passive perception or 9 or less?
I have 9.
Okay, cool. So that was to
damn,
see if
that
you
rolls
would be able to
appalling.
act in the first turn of initiative. You will not. You can come in on the second. Okay. So
Yeah.
what's going to happen now is we're going to do a little bit of this. As here it comes, Kethra, you are just scrabbling awake as you hear this cry. Torvig, what do you cry?
Incursion. We are under attack.
Okay, cool. So you hear that, like, and it's almost as if it intrudes in your dreams, and you're like not sure. Jesus, that was weird, because you were dreaming about maybe going for a walk with Grathieze and sitting by the river and just, you know, sharing a lovely bottle of red out of the skull of some fallen enemy, and then you hear Torvig's voice intrude in this dream, and you're like, what the fuck? He's after following us. Why is he here? Yeah, so you begin to wake up, but you will be in on the next round. Mormask the Wraith, however, is going to make a move towards you, and you see now he drifts lazily across the frozen ground, and yet as he drifts over the ground, you see any moisture in the earth begin to just crunch up and crystallize as he drifts over it. Incorporeal movement, he can move to an object, sunlight sensitivity. Obviously he came at the right time, so he's going to use his movement 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to stay there. He's not doing anything at the moment. He just wants to watch. He's that kind of guy. Him and his wife saw your energy across the bar. He just wants to watch. So moving on, it's Nera. You were going to miss this one, but again, you hear that roar, and he is like, Grathieze said, maybe having some of that rum. Raven's Render says, look, it's the bat signal. Okay, so yeah, you kind of roughly hear that roar, and but again, you're slow coming to your senses. We're up to the Sword Wraith Warrior, which is this one here. So let's open their character sheet, as again this thing drifts towards you. Character sheet. It's going to take a swing with its longsword.
Doesn't seem very friendly.
Okay, it's bonus action. Oh, that's interesting. So yeah, it drifts along, and you can see its spectral 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You can see its sword is just dragging along in the mud and the ground, and as it does, it just cuts this big furrow in the ground that immediately just freezes after it. This trail of crystallized ice, as it rears up, its eyes flash. It's like, ah! It swings for you with its spectral longsword. That's Sword Wraith Warrior, and it's going to go 200. That's an 11 to hit.
That misses.
Okay, it's going to use Martial Fury. As a bonus action, the Sword Wraith can make one weapon attack. If it does so, attack rolls against it have advantage until the end of the next turn. So it's basically reckless attack. So we're going to go one more.
All right.
That's an 8. Shit. That's disappointing. Phoenix, you're beginning to wake up, but you will be able to act on the next turn. This Sword Wraith Warrior here is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to flank you, and it's going to make, again, it's going to do 2 attacks. So first one, 200. 22 to hit for 6 slashing.
22 does hit.
22, yeah, as you feel this ice cold blade just screeds down and just cut open the top part of your shoulder blade and your neck. You feel hot blood running down, but you also feel this intense cold as this chill of the grave assaults you. And it's going to use Martial Fury as well to make a bonus action with its 200 longsword. That is advantage, so that's a 26 to hit for 17 slashing. Again,
and you get to roll on the table as well.
Yeah, it drives this longsword straight through your collarbone and out, and you can feel the hot blood begin to run down, but then the blood drops just begin to freeze solid, and the wound freezes cold. And as you move, you can feel a little tink, 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 drops of frozen blood fall off your shoulder. As you can roll a D100 for me there, big man.
Oh, can I? Oh, good.
Yeah. Why is this not going over to my?
What shall I do to myself?
You're as cold as ice.
There we go. Boop a doop a doop. So yeah,
34.
D100. 34. You are able to maneuver towards your opponent, and while attacking and attempt to harass them. After your attack, you can choose to attempt to grapple your opponent. He's no interest in that. He just wants to cut you to ribbons. Phelim, you are up next round. This Sword Wraith Warrior here is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20. drift through the wall. 25, 30. Kethra, you are prone, so it's going to have a shot at you. As you sort of begin to wake up, you can see now this thing just drift through the walls. And it raises this spectral longsword. You're like, what the fuck? You're only coming to your senses after this wonderful dream. And you see this horrible, horrific spectral creature raising its longsword two-handed, and it takes an attack at you. 15 to hit. No, okay. It's going to use its bonus action, and it's going to go again. So that one, you will have advantage, and that's a 25 to hit.
Okay.
For 11 slashing as it swings, and you dodge, you roll aside, and the blade just crashes down and just seems to pass through the floor, and it reverses the grip, just throws it up and catches it with its left hand and swings, and it cuts straight across your chest, and you feel again this blood begin to flow, but it crystallizes into ice cold blood and just sticks to your chest as you take 11 slashing. Torvik, you're up. What have you got, my man? Bring the hurt, because shit's getting real here.
This is not a place I wish to be right at this moment. So bonus action, I will do my once a day Misty Step, and I will teleport up onto the outside roof of this building.
Nice. Okay, lovely.
And then with some elevation, let's deal with the immediate threat to start with. I think he's still stood there. So yeah, we'll take longbows out, and we will take a shot at the one that caused me damage.
Sure. Okay. Yes. You vanish from between them. You see this momentary,
and you'll see the fur actually lights up silver, and it goes in, and then it kind of comes back out on the roof.
Nice.
Bow is already in place, as that dunce has gone through, he's been able to shift.
Nice. And you have advantage on them anyway, because they both use their bonus action, which is the equivalent of reckless attack.
Oh, marvelous. Let me introduce you to this. So that
that's
would
a 29.
29.
I think that's going to hit them, my man. This is a magical.
This
weapon?
Is the magical longbow.
Yeah.
So that's going to be what's the split on that? So that's 15 points of magical piercing damage and 2 points of psychic damage. If that does anything to them.
They feel every single bit of it. And as you shoot, you draw your string back and you let fly. It shoots out. You can see now that this, for whatever reason, this arrow, as soon as it hits them, turns into this spectral version of an arrow and just lodges square in the shoulder. Like, screeches and looks up and points up at you.
Cool, I'll shoot it again with my extra attack for them. Am I now level 5? Because
you are level 5, extra attack, yeah. Let's go.
I will take the extra attack then.
Yeah.
So this one will be a
26.
28.
28, yeah, that's definitely hit. The Sword Wraith Warrior's AC is 16.
So that's 13 points of magical piercing.
13 points of magical piercing. Again, the arrow shoots down from your elevated position and it hits this thing square. Once again, this physical arrow transferring into the spectral arrow. Straight through whatever used to pass for ribs for this creature. And you can see it screeches down and Grathas snaps it off. Looks at you. Anything else you'd like to do?
And then I will again call out, we are under attack.
Okay, cool. Yeah, well, everyone can get to act this round. So 27.414 with Kethra. You're up. What do you want to do?
She's going to scream the exact same thing as Torvik. It's like, everybody get up, wake up.
Okay, cool, yeah.
She is super confused about what's happening, why this thing can walk through walls. But she's just going to swing at it with her battle axe because that's just going to be her first instinct to do.
Absolutely, yeah. Take a swipe there. Is it a magical battle axe?
I'm going to say no.
Okay, you should be able to see. Is it a battle axe +1 or anything like that? It's just a normal battle axe. Is it battle axe 200? Yeah, so it's just a regular battle axe. Okay, cool. So that's a 21 to hit. Yeah, that's going to hit it. And you take a swing,
Did it
you
not
feel
use
it.
did not use its martial rage thing? So is it not reckless?
Oh, it did indeed. Thank you very much for reminding me of that. So that is a critical hit. As you swing through, that's 24 points of slashing damage. Unfortunately, it is resistant to non-magical attacks, so it's going to take half of that. So that's at 12 points of damage. But again, it does do some serious damage to it, and you swing. But it's just almost like that satisfying bite that you normally get when your axe cleaves into flesh is not there, and it just passes through. As you meet a slight resistance as the axe just sails completely through it and out the other side and whiffs to this spectral energy just kind of passed out through, and it looks at you, its eyes flash. Shazazar calls for your soul. And anything else you'd like to do?
I have a nice soul. I have an extra attack. You can get another fucking swing.
Oh shit, here we go. And you have advantage on that one as well, because it used its bonus action, which is essentially reckless attack. What's it called? It's called martial something.
Sorry.
So that's a 21 to hit for another 10 down to 5 slashing. So you reverse your grip and swing it back through. But again, it's not doing all the damage that you hoped it would. But you can still see it. It's chipping away and it's beginning to flicker out of existence and back in. But it's still there, and it's clutching its longsword, ready to end your life. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, she's going to sit there and wait.
Okay, cool. Moving on, Mormas the Wraith now is looking, and it, you can hear this deep chuckle. You use magic. I use magic. And he is going to... Sorry, 1 second. Where's my character sheet?
Next, everyone inside is going to hear the sound of a minotaur hitting the ground.
Or we're all going to burst into flames.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Do you know what? It's not going to do that yet, but he is going to use his fly speed of 60 feet. And he's going to just fly right up beside you, Torvik, and he's going to make an attack with his life drain.
That's not fun. No.
It's a 14 to hit.
That is a miss.
I don't have any blesses.
Good.
Don't have anything. That's unfortunate.
Sorry.
He just drifts up lazily up onto the roof and takes this swing with these horrible spectral claws. And you just luckily just dodge out of the way. And that's unfortunate. I think we will start casting spells next round. Nera, you're up. What have you got? Now, as you wake up, you can see Moo on the edge of this hammock, just kind of swinging away. You can see now that as you wake up, the fire is burned low, and almost as if there's some sort of negative energy that's just making it grow dimmer and dimmer and dimmer, and the shadows lengthen in this room that you fell asleep in, which was previously very bright and felt very safe.
Not so much anymore.
Oh yeah, sorry, chat, we can't, there's no, the bless thing isn't working tonight. Christian and Joe are trying to work it out, so unfortunately there are no blesses. So, but you can offer healing in the form of bits. But we're not asking you to, I'm just saying that's the only thing you can do. But we are going to get it figured out. Okay, cool, sorry.
Is there any window? So, I've woken up and have I heard any of this roaring?
Well, you wake
shouting?
up and you see this spectral creature.
Oh, so I can see the one that's standing over.
That's standing over Kethra. And you can see this kind of like this wisping kind of spectral hair just blowing in this non-existent breeze as it's swinging at Kethra, and Ketra's swinging back with her battle axe, emitting these blood-curdling battle cries.
Excellent. I will use half my movement to stand up.
Yes, you will.
And then I will get myself over to those guys. Sorry. No, there we go. And then I'll scoot over here.
Okay, yeah. You're gonna flank it?
If that's an option, then I will take that.
Absolutely is an option, yeah. You'll have advantage on it anyway, given that it recklessly attacked.
Oh, well, there you go. I will grab my
What's it called?
quarterstaff.
Martial
And I
Fury.
will start whacking at this thing. I'm level 5, so I get an extra attack.
You do. Okay, so
There's also a scatter among things, and I'm going to attempt to maneuver my way.
excellent. Let's do it. Don't monk shit. Okay.
Don't monk shit. So I think I'm going to attempt the extra attack with some flurry of blows, and then perhaps a stunning strike. So
Flurry of ghosts. Cool. Yep.
So I think it's attack twice with the extra attack. So that's one is quarterstaff. Oh, I haven't got my advantage switched on. So I can. Well, it's a 19 anyway, so that's probably fine. Is a 19 hit?
Yeah, but fish for the crit though.
Oh yeah, that's
Crit fish.
crit fish. Okay, I'll roll it again under normal.
Critical
and then I'll do-
fish.
Let's see how that goes.
14,
Not
so we
so
take the
much.
19. 19 is a hit. His AC is 16. As you swing by, is this like a jab or just a swipe? What does it
I
look
think
like
at this stage this is kind of like a slide across the room and a baseball bat to the
swing, batter, swing.
side
Okay,
of the
cool.
head.
Yeah, as you swing, it does seem to pass through it, and you don't seem to connect as much as you'd like, but you do hit it for 8 bludgeoning, which is down to 4, unless that's a magical weapon.
It's not. No, it's just an old shtick.
Okay, cool. No,
so
no worries.
He'll be bringing it back around again for a second whack.
24 will hit for another 7 down to 3 bludgeoning. As again, it just passes through. You just see it, its head turns around and it goes, "Wait your turn."
And then, hopefully, flurry of blows immediately after you take the attack action. So those 2 attacks are part of my attack action. So if they goes together, I'm assuming. But after that, I can spend a key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Pew pew.
So here, Nira will then pop out the old claws and take a couple of slashes. Now, this is where... So we'll try see if we hit any. That'll be the first step.
So Cat's Claws 15. Their AC is 16, so that's a 27.
Am I
because
still
you
an
have
advantage? Because...
You are. Yeah.
Excellent.
Let me just check Martial. I'm going to throw Martial Fury back in there. If it does so, attack rolls against it have advantage in the start of its next turn.
And the flanking as well. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So then let's try and maneuver through this.
27 for 11 slashing. You feel your claws rake through, and it's not that satisfying scratching, tearing sound or feeling as your claws normally rake through flesh, but it is your paws or your claws just come away with these like tiny little ice flecks and crystals on them. So you're using open hand technique. Starting when you use it, Tristan, you need to harness your own. Whenever you hit a creature, one of the attacks granted by flurry of blows, you can impose one of the following effects.
So I guess I'm going to try I suppose I'll just, for the first one, I'll definitely put that it can't take reactions until the next end of my next turn. So it now can't take any reactions.
Okay, so that's what you're going. That's the effect, and it doesn't have a save against that.
No, if I was doing the prone or pushing it away, it would have to do a save.
Wow. Okay. Cool. So yeah, you like. So look, I'm going to leave that up to you to remind me of. Yeah. Because I have enough to remember here. So that's cool. And then you're going to do stunning strike on the second one, is it?
I don't know what I'm doing here.
Can you do open hand technique and stunning strike with one attack? Can you? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's do it.
I'm going to. This is the second of my flurry of blows now. So that was the first.
Okay.
So flurry of blows is 2 unarmed strikes.
Okay. Yeah. So you're going to do stunning strike in the second one.
I don't know what's going on anymore. There's lots of things happening. Let's see if we can hit it anyway to start with.
You stick around for the dad jokes here. You'll hear a few punning strikes. But yeah. Okay. Cool. That's 26. The cat's claws streak across there and again, and it's an 11 slashing damage down to 5. But I do think so. I need. What do I need? Constitution saving throw. What's your DC?
Oh yeah, I'll do the stunning strike on this one. Well, you see, this is the thing is, I don't know if it's open hand technique and stunning strike, or I think open hand technique automatically happens. I think
you can put stunning strike on any blow.
I'd have to spend a key point to do stunning strike. So I think because this thing can't take reactions, I don't think I'll spend. I don't think I'll do the stunning strike, but I'll try it and do the 15 feet, the open hand technique. On this
Okay, so you're going to do open hand technique again.
Yeah.
You're going to try and push
We'll
an
cast the stunning strike for
incorporeal
now.
being
Yeah, I've already used my
15
key
feet away
points.
from you.
Maybe
Okay,
through
cool.
the wall. I don't know. But it has to
saving
do
throw.
with strength saving throw.
What's your spell save DC for a monk? then?
The key save DC is. It's 8 plus my proficiency plus my wisdom, which is 14.
Okay, so strength saving throw. Here we go. Boop. I don't even know how this happens or how.
It's the
glitter
glitter
claws,
claws, baby!
the
The
glitter
glitter
claws.
claws every time!
Yeah, it's the sparkly claws, and you just almost like you just like sort of one hand here, and you're just like, and you just you harness your key energy, and whatever sort of
Whatever move I made.
whatever plane of existence that this thing operates on, currently you're tapped into, and it passes through Kethra and through the door out. Well, I assume you're sending it that way.
Yeah, straight away from me. 15.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Yeah, 15.
it's forced movement, so you don't get an attack of opportunity, Kethra. But yeah, it's you, and it just it's this wisps of smoke, as it's just punched through the door.
I
fucking-
think that
Your
could be the
cold
end.
going through me.
Punched a
Yeah,
ghost.
the nearest goal.
You just punched a ghost. Holy shit!
Through the wall.
He blew it away.
Does it feel good going through Hethar?
Hey.
Did you feel it?
Yes, as this thing passes through you, you just feel this for a second. You feel your heart stop for a second. It's like, and it beats again, and you're like, but for a second you feel this thing almost try to cling on to the body that you have. And as you look, as it's expelled from it, you look around, you see its eyes flash with pure hatred for the fact that you are alive and she is not. And her hand grips, spectral hand grips tighter on the sword. Screeches at you through the door.
I think Nira will actually run for the door, running out after this thing as well.
Oh, I love it. Okay,
Shouting
so
out, "Come here, you dying bastard!" And he like makes
So you
for the
use-
door with the
you
rest
use-
of his.
you use
movements.
half your movement to get.
Oh yeah, so
to
I
get
have
up.
40. I used 20, I guess, getting up.
Yeah, so you've got
So
20
what have I
left.
got
You were
left?
there. So 5,
Well,
10, 15, 20 will get you out to here if you want.
Oh yeah, he'll be like straight after, I think.
Okay, so Nira just kicks the door open.
Just remember, this time it's
Diving
not
through
my
the door.
fault.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Moving on. Nira, that was a hell of a round, Nira. Moving on to the
Monks.
Sword Wraith Warriors here. And this is going to drift, so 5. Let's just see what... I'm going to move it back there for 1 second. See what movement they have. Speed 30 feet. So 5, 10, 15. Oh, look at Phantom.
No,
Fast asleep.
20, 25. Yeah, it's going to move to there, and it's going to take 2 swings at you with advantage because you are currently prone. So here comes a Sword Wraith Warrior. And this is a 2-handed longsword again. Oh shit. That's a nat 20 for 16 points of slashing damage. As you hear the battle cries and you hear the call to arms. And where? Intruders in the camp! And now the whole camp is beginning to stir to life, but not quite as quickly as you'd hope. As your eyes open, you see this spectral image again of this long fallen warrior, and you feel the chill of the grave as it stands above you. Its 2 hands clasp on the hilt, and it looks at you. And as your eyes just begin to just open, the sleepy kind of sleep dust or whatever you call it in your eyes. You go and you rub your eyes. You see this thing above you, and it's like Shazza demand your soul, and it's just 2 hands drives the sword straight into spectral blade, straight into your stomach, and you see no wound. but you feel the damage inside your stomach as this thing, and it twists and pulls it out. So you take 16 slashing. And it is going to use its bonus action to go again with advantage. That is an 18 to hit.
That was a hit.
For another 10 slashing damage as it twists the sword on the way out, and you feel again there is no entry wound or exit wound as the spectral blade just pierced your stomach somehow, and you feel very bad inside. Something's wrong in there, and you're like, oh my god. And it stands above you. Moving on to Phoenix. What would you like to do?
Is there only the door as the way out here?
I mean, you can try and scoot up
Is
the
there any
chimney if you want.
windows, or
There's no windows, no. You can scoot up the chimney if you want.
but the fire's lit, right?
Very little, very small.
Yep, you might take a little bit of fire damage.
Die down.
No, okay.
Wings, put it out.
Yeah, I'll burn my wings off and I'll never fly again. They're like tissue paper thin. Okay, I'm gonna fly down, and yeah, I can see this one attacking Phelan, who is there. Yeah, let's do some crazy shit.
Oh shit!
Yes.
So
Is like this whole hut gonna be on fire in like 2 minutes?
maybe.
Oh fuck!
2
So-
rounds, I think, not 2.
Yeah, 2 rounds indeed. Yeah.
Everyone's used to Phoenix's wings fluttering, should I say, pretty quickly to keep himself up. But this time they almost seem to like triple their speed as the wings start to charge up, and he just claps his hands together towards this creature as I do a witch bolt at level 2.
Witch bolt?
Yeah, that one. 27 to hit for 14 damage.
Wait,
Lightning.
what lightning damage?
Yeah,
Against
and
this
it's
sword wraith
magical.
warrior. Damage resistances, damage immunities, condition immunities. It's gonna take all of that. Okay, cool. So you're still in your hammock, or are you flying?
No, I floated down 10 feet.
Okay,
so
okay,
I could
cool.
see. And
Yeah,
then
you float down 10
yeah.
feet then. Yeah, and it's
charge up the wings and then force it all the way through the hands. As he claps his hands, it just rockets out like a lightning
what
bolt.
color is this? Is it just normal lightning, or is there a color to it, or?
Think the Rainbow Bridge from Thor.
Oh yeah, okay. This kind of like multicolored, translucent sort of
Yeah.
lightning just shoots out from your hand. It's gonna take. What is it? Are you doing at a higher level cast?
Yeah, so it's 14 damage.
14 points of damage against this one here.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, it takes every bit of that, and you can see now it arches its back, and its spectral limbs just shoot out. And for a second, the spectral two-handed longsword drops from its grasp, hits the ground, disappears into nothing. This sort of puff of spectral smoke, and then reappears in its hand. But it takes every single bit of that, and you can see it turns around. Its head does a whole 180 degrees. Looks at you, it's like, a caster, have we?
A dead thing, have we?
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. So, anything else you'd like to do?
That's it. That's what I can do.
Okay, cool. Moving on to this next Sword Wraith Warrior. It is going to drift lazily through the door. 5, 10, 15. Phelan, you feel it. You feel it before you see it. The wall just gets these ice crystals begin to form in the inside of that wall as it moves in towards you. And it's 15, and it is going to. How high are you currently? Up here is like maybe 15 feet at the apex of this thing. Sorry, Phoenix.
Sorry, say that again.
How high are you flying?
How high was the roof? It was like 20
It's
foot,
about
right?
it's about 20 foot. Yeah, 20
Yeah,
foot
so
at the
I'm
top,
about
maybe
10 foot
15
up.
feet here. So 10 foot up. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So it is. Let me just see if it has a fly speed. Okay, cool. So it drifts. Where's it gone? Oh, it's down here. So it drifts up. Do you know what? It's going to drift through, and it's going to go for Nira. Sorry, for Hethar. Nira. Okay, cool. So here we go. Yeah, takes a swing at you, Hethar, with its two-handed longsword That is a natural 1.
Nice.
Oh no! Would somebody like to roll me a
you roll a thing,
D100?
don't you?
Kefra should roll that one, I think.
Yeah, Catherine, give me a D100 there. And anyone who's new to the stream, we use critical hit and fumble tables. And we also use spell attack and spell fumble tables.
I'm still deliberating whether to do that for me or not.
81!
I've got a verse adjusted for tier 1 play if you want the one I use.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, send me down.
Oh, yeah, I adjusted marks down because that was far too damaging for.
Shit. Okay, missing what you thought was a critical blow causes you to panic. End your current turn and you are surprised until the end of your next turn.
Yes!
Oh, that is a fucking great result. So that's it. It can't use its bonus action to do that second attack. And it is currently surprised. I will give it a little...
I love to imagine it comes through the wall and just sees Kefra staring daggers at it.
Yeah, we'll give it that little thing there. Okay, cool. So that's it. Phelim, you are currently prone, and this thing is standing over you, readying a spectral two-handed sword to drive it through your stomach again, and end you, and bring your soul to its
Phelim kind
master.
of moves forward onto his knee and kind of springs upward and will try to disarm him with disarming attack. If it's okay.
I will give you a solid on this one. It's unlikely that you're going to be able to disarm something that has a spectral weapon. So if you want to sort of rethink that, you certainly can. And it's also, like, it is a free action, I think, in 5e to pick up your weapon, isn't it? To pick something up from the floor that's beneath you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that may not be the most effective choice,
No,
but
probably.
I just don't want you to sort of waste anything that you want, because it's not an easy fight. There's more to come.
What?
Okay.
What?
That's when the undead T-Rex turns up.
Yeah.
I'll go for just a normal attack then on that with just a regular 8 piercing.
18, is that just a normal short sword? It's not magical?
Normal short sword, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you stand up, you drive your short sword through this thing for 4 points of piercing damage. You can see it looks down. It is mildly bothered by this, but it just looks at you and it reaches your hand out to try and grasp your neck. Eyes flash. Are you level 5?
Yeah, yeah.
You have an extra attack.
Yeah, I have. I do have the extra attack, which I definitely will take on this one. Just want to be sure. So I'll put the same one again. Short sword.
That is a 13 or 14. That's not a hit.
Oh, no. And then, if I can, as my bonus action, I'll use second wind. Yeah. 1d10 plus 8 or 5. Sorry.
Yeah, cool. No worries. 1d10 plus 5. So roll your d10 there. We'll see what you get. Okay, you're up another 8 hit points as your steely fighter resilience. You just managed to just steel yourself and prepare for this battle.
And I will, if I can as well, I'll just roar out, camp under attack.
Yeah, and you can hear the camp is slowly coming to order and coming to alertness. But moving on, this one here is going to drift back through the wall and it's going to have a go at Nira. And you see it's again these ice crystals just form up the wall as its hand just creeps through first, and then you see these flaring red eyes near as this thing moves closer to you, and it's like, you are mine. It swings for you, two-handed. 15 to hit.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. You just your cat-like reflexes, if you'd excuse the pun, just whoop, dodge out of the way. It is, however, going to use its bonus action to use Martial Fury. Its bonus action, it can make one weapon attack. If it does so, all attack rolls against it have an advantage on it until the next turn. Remember that, as it goes once more with the longsword. That's a 24 to hit for 7 slashing.
Yes, that'll do
Okay, the blade just streaks through you, and unlike Phelim, you see this blade does cut this physical gash across your fur and your chest. You feel that hot blood begin to run down. And that is all it can do. Torvig, you're up, man.
So I got this thing next to me, so I'm this is almost instinctual. So I'm just going to headbutt him.
Okay.
He's next to me.
Nice.
You play with the ball, you get the horns.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So that'll be just the 18 to hit.
Let's check his AC. Warmask the Wraith. Ah, Jesus Christ. It's 13. Yeah, that's a hit.
Lovely. Let me check and see if I can do that one.
Less AC and more icy.
Yeah.
Right.
So that will be... Switch that off because it doesn't apply. That's 4 points of bludgeoning damage. Not magical, so it's only 2. And as a bonus action, I'm going to use Hammering Horns, and I need him to make a strength saving throw.
Oof, okay.
Horns.
Hammered and hardened. Immediately after you hit a creature with a melee
DC
attack.
is 14.
Okay. You can use a bonus action to attempt to push that target with your horn. The target must be within 5 feet of you, unless it succeeds. You push it up to 10 feet away. So strength saving. It's got -2 on this. This is not good. Strength
so
saving.
I've got to DC 14 now.
Oh, it's a 16. 18 -2. Yeah, as your horns you just rear back. Your hooves just dig into the roof of this house. It just doesn't seem to go anywhere. And its yellow eyes flash. Its jaw distends to like 4 times the length it should be. It's your soul is demanded.
You can fuck right up with that. And I'm turning, and I'm running, and I'm jumping. And in midair, I'm going to turn back, and I'll take another shot at it.
Yeah, that is fucking epic. Okay. Yeah. As you jump off, it is going to get an attack of opportunity on you though, but yeah.
Yep.
As you jump off, just Torvig. Right, roll to hit with that bow, and we'll see what happens.
Not good advantage anymore. So that is a 16 to hit.
16, yes, AC is 13, that is a hit.
Lovely. It'll take 17 points of magical damage, of which 2 is psychic. If that makes any difference.
Check and see if Mormask is immune to necrotic and poison. Okay, cool. So it's going to take all of that. As you jump away, and you just falling down, you loose the arrow, and as big as a target this distended mouth has become, you can't resist it, and the arrow just turns into shadow as it shoots through. But you hear this screech as it recoils in pain. But while you jump away, it does take a swing at you, and it is going to.
15 misses.
Shit. Okay, cool.
Thanks to level 5, the extra proficiency.
Fucking hell. Okay, cool. That's all it's got. Catra, you're up.
I presume you want me to take
it's going to use its movement. Sorry?
You presume you want me to take dexterity saving throws?
Let's do that at the start of your next turn.
Okay, because I'm going to carry on the rest of my movement.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, well then do so. Yeah.
Let's
just give me a quick dex saving throw and see. See how well you stick the landing.
It's an 18.
18, yeah. You do land on your back, but you just roll over and just ready to just kind of 3-point landing, superhero landing. You're ready to go.
And I will then move back, just moving away from it.
Okay, cool. So this creature was here. It's going to drift. Do you know it's going to drift through the roof, and it's going to land right beside Phoenix because it has a fly speed. As you do, Phoenix, you see this hideous creature with these yellow, sort of malignant, poisonous-looking yellow eyes, as it just drifts through the ceiling, and it's like, the little one. And you see its eyes flash with this pure evil, and you can see that you don't even have to make an insight check. You can see it considers you very easy prey.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's relishing the next couple of moments. Now, whether whether or not it works out as as expected or not is up to you guys. But
Okay.
yeah, that's all it's got. Sorry, that. Oh, sorry, it doesn't have movement. Sorry, because that was its reaction to attack you. Sorry,
Yeah,
so it's
alright.
still there. But that's what's going to happen next, anyway. So,
Okay.
Catherine, you're up. Okay, so
I just got a
sorry, my
future
mistake.
glitch.
My mistake. I just got too excited. Cool, Catherine, you're up.
Yeah, noticing that one that's been kind of frightened by her, she will attack again, but can she use the menacing attack then?
Sure
Once
can.
her carrier die.
Sword Ranger.
Yeah.
Let me just see if they're
Or-
immune. Okay.
Because it'll just frighten them.
Yep. So you can certainly try.
Oh, but yeah. So,
Life Leller 718 says, how does one join an online D&D group? Well, Life Leller 718, you came to the right channel, because if you what is it, exclamation mark Discord?
I'm putting it in now. I got it.
So if you join our Discord, you can jump on and you'll get to the welcome page. We're called Penny Dragon, and you'll get to the welcome page, and then you just tell us a little bit about yourself in the introduce page, channel, and then we usually run some one shots and stuff like that. So we're happy to have beginners on. We're happy to have new players on. That's how Kethra over there started, and I think it's how a few of us started. So there you go. You're more than welcome. So
Yep.
come and join the community, and we'll get you on stream, and we'll play some D&D with you.
It's fun.
like,
Cool. Sorry, Kethra.
terrifyingly fun.
It's complicated, but it's fun.
So you're gonna make an
Hilarious.
attack against this creature. It's hair, spectral hair drifting in this non-existent breeze as it kind of looks towards you. So you're gonna make an attack against it. Roll to hit.
So, this is where I failed miserably at it.
14 to hit against this creature. Its AC is 16 on 4. Oh no, sorry, 15. Its AC is 16. Yeah, your blade just screeches off, and for a second, as you swing this blade, this spectral armor becomes real, and you hear this screeching of metal on metal, and you see it takes on this form of this horribly rusted and wrecked chainmail armor, as it just flashes into existence for a split second, and your blade just scratches off it, doing no damage.
Okay. Am I
Second
supposed to
attack?
use the D8? Am I supposed to use the D8 then on that one for the menacing attack?
No, you have to do the hit first, and then it adds the damage for that one.
Okay, so I'll do that this time around.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Oh no.
17 or 16. Yeah, 17 will do it. And you hit it this
Oh,
time,
fine.
yeah.
I think it's meant to do that.
You're welcome, Life Letter 718. See you in the hey, thanks legitimate. I assume that's John, is it? Thanks for hanging out. So this is a non-magical battle axe. As you take a swing, we are 7 slashing and then 6 extra damage. So that's 13 points of damage rounded down to 12 against this one here, is it?
Yes. the one from
Yes,
that.
down
Yeah.
to 12. Sorry.
Down to 6.
Down to 6. Sorry, thank you. Boop. Yeah. As you, sorry, there's a lot to keep track of here, and I'm also looking at chat. Cool. So yeah, as you take the swing, so it's a menacing attack. What do you do? What does Ketra's body language look like when she tries to intimidate this thing?
She's like head forward, battle axe in hand, and she's just, because she has the thing across her own chest, she's giving back.
Yeah.
I know
Okay,
it's
cool.
not the right one, but it's still.
That's all right. Unfortunately, these creatures are immune to being frightened. So it looks at you and its eyes flash. It's like, is that the best you have? I shall feast on your soul. And it,
Good mom.
yep. Moving on. Is that everything you've got?
Yeah, well, she's there.
Mormask the Wraith, again, as previously described, drifts through the ceiling and stands there, and he goes, the spellcaster. I shall enjoy this. And Mormask the Wraith is going to
Present you a little flower bouquet and a box of chocolates. And
yeah. It's going to unload. Now, I don't have it linked here, so I just have to roll the dice for it. It's going to unload a 3rd level magic missile on Phoenix. Point
Kind of
blank.
spell.
Okay. You motherfucker. So you just see this. You see this. So it drifts out. The spellcaster, and you see its spectral hand just begin to flare with this energy as you know what's coming, and each finger begins to elongate as you see these bolts, bursts of force energy just begin to just drip out and just pulse out from its finger. And it points them at you. And how does this look? What does this look like?
Can I add a little flair to that as well?
Yeah, do it.
Phoenix
I love
doesn't
it.
actually see what he's doing. In fact, it's Moo that's still up in the hammock that telepathically tells Phoenix what's just happening.
Yeah.
And Phoenix literally just looks over his shoulder and goes, and just snaps out.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, you just see this, like I say, these fingers just elongate, and this force energy just begins to just erupt from its hand, and you go, I see. That's all it's got. Moving on to Nira.
That was cool.
That was fucking awesome.
But frustrating.
Not at all. I fucking like, yeah, I mean, a little bit, but I love seeing these moments. I love these moments as well. I mean, I am, and at the very end of it, I am up for you guys. So
Yeah, I know that's definitely obvious. What is so? I've got 2 wraiths out either side of me. Which the one that's kind of this one here? What's that symbol that's on it? What does that mean?
Oh,
Right.
well,
It was surprised.
It was
There's one next to
surprised.
Kefra.
Yeah, so it's surprised until the end of the next round.
I thought I could frighten it.
Oh yeah, well, give me what is surprise?
So it's surprised you advantage in the attack, and I do believe if I don't, I think you have advantage in the attack, and that's it.
And then the other one in front of me is also has used its what do you call it?
It's
reckless.
it
Doodle
has, yeah.
Which
So-
one is looking more? Obviously, if it's
Well, I'll tell you now as I look up
specifics.
surprise here. Do
Which
just
one
to
was
make
surprised? This
So
one.
this,
go
yeah.
on the little face.
And what's its AC?
16.
Oh, I was going to say because I thought Freya would have hit with the first hit then. I didn't realise.
If you're surprised, you can't move or take an action on your first turn of the combat. You can't take a reaction until that spell ends, until that turn ends. So there is no advantage by the looks of it.
Oh, okay. But this one, I get advantage in this one because it did the reckless.
Yes, you do. Yes,
Thing,
I mean,
which I would have
as a
seen it
rule, they're
overstepping
always
or
going to
whatever.
do that. They are always going to reckless. So,
Excellent. Well, I will take a few sweeps at this. So
okay. The claws
again-
come out again, or is it the
I think
quarterstaff?
the quarterstaff for the
Okay, lovely.
for the first few whacks, and then we'll see what happens after that.
18 to hit is a hit
Excellent.
for 13 bludgeoning against this one here.
Yes, the same one. Oh yeah, because
Sorry, you were asking which one looked worse. This one looks worse. You can see now it's flickering in and out of existence, but it still is presenting quite a threat as as they sort of converge on Kethra. You do
Right.
see that for a half a second it's gone, and then for 2 seconds it's there, and another half a second and it's back.
To be fair, I did say earlier on that Nero was like chasing this one out the door, so I think
that's fine.
he's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
focused on this. So even though I
No
did
worries.
ask the question, and thank you for answering.
No worries. That's 13 points damage down to 6. Yeah, as you swing through, and again, it does connect, but not as well as you'd hope. But you do see it is beginning to flicker more and more now. It kind of spends more and more time on the plane of existence it's flickering to than this one it's currently trying to murder you on.
This time I'm going to use the key to do a stunning strike.
Nice.
So it says you can interfere with the flow of ki in an opponent's body. When you hit another creature with a melee weapon attack, you can spend 1 key point to attempt a stunning strike.
Target
Okay.
must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, and it's 14 again, or be stunned until the end of my next turn.
Fucking hell. Okay, cool. Yeah, so, I mean, this is, you channel your key, and you're going to use Stunning Strike on this one, on this attack that just hit.
The one I've just hit, yeah. So I have to hit
Constitution
first
saving
to
throw.
stun.
That's a 13.
14 is the DC, so
okay, so it
is
misses
now
it. So
stunned.
you harness your key, and the thing about your Stunning Strikes is you know roughly where to hit them. You know, a human in a bar ball, quick jab in the throat, and they're down, and they're clutching, their breath's gone. But with this spectral creature, you find it's more about harnessing that energy inside you, and you just create this bolt and this pulse of this key sourced energy, and you see for a split second and then it is frozen in time.
Excellent. I'm going to do my second attack against it with the quarterstaff again. I already had advantage, so I don't think it being stunned actually does really anything for me.
If it's stunned, you have advantage, and it's stunned the same as paralyzed. Do you get? Is it not a crit?
I don't know.
Stunned. Let me just look up. Stunned condition. Stunned.
But yes, they're incapacitated. Automatically fail. Strength and dex saves.
Attack rolls against the creature have an advantage. But I mean, it's not the same as paralyzed though, because paralyzed it specifically.
No, you don't get the auto crit.
You don't get the auto crit, but you do get advantage on it, and it automatically. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
All right, just want to be sure of that.
Yeah, so I suppose it's.
What the?
Torvig is stunned.
How did that happen?
You still have to have a read of the thing, wasn't it?
I have never seen that happen in my game at all. How did that even happen in Roll20?
No idea.
You'd have to put a token with stunned on me for that to happen.
I have not. I've never even had that option to add. Like that's the first time I've seen that prompt there in Roll20.
Good
There's
work,
one of
gang.
one of the APIs does link
Roll20.
into.
Maybe, but I mean, anyway. So look, so that is 18. So that's 21 to hit for another 11.
That was still the first attack I happened.
Sorry, yeah, cool.
Oh no, I did. That was the second attack, actually. Yeah, so there's 21.
21 to hit for 11 bludgeoning.
11 bludgeoning.
Against this one here, cool. As you swing again.
Same one again.
Yeah, that's down to 5. You can see now it's bang, and the quarterstaff just passes right through it. It makes no movement. It's still stunned. It's stunned until the end of its next turn. Is that right?
Until I think the end of my next turn.
Of your next turn. Just throw that in the chat if you can. So we're sure. If you just click the little speech bubble on Stunning Strike. Until the end of your next turn. Okay, cool. So just keep that in mind.
Yes.
And I will probably forget it.
That's fine. That's no problem. And then with martial arts, I am going to so much fucking stuff going on.
Yeah.
When I use the attack action, I can make one unarmed strike as a bonus action. This doesn't cost me any key.
Okay.
So that is Cat's Claws, unarmed strike.
15. Unfortunately, that is just one too low than you needed. Its AC is 16.
I had to miss it at some stage.
Yeah, but it's still doing this kind of phasing in and out of existence, and you just chose the wrong second to swipe out as it with its fizzing noise. It phases out of this plane and onto whatever other plane it came from in the first place, and your claws just pass harmlessly through. Anything else you'd like to do?
I think I've done enough here.
Hell of a round, my man. This sword warrior here is going to have another go. Phelim, you're standing up, so it doesn't have advantage on you, but it is going to make its two-handed longsword strike. That, for fuck's sake. That is another natural one. Phelim, would you like to roll me a D100?
I would love to.
I know you would.
70.
That's not bad. Where's my thing? On. There we go. 70. Critical fumble table. You lunge past an enemy, exposing yourself to his attack. Melee. Enemy you are attacking is able to use a reaction to perform an attack of opportunity on them.
Oh, lovely.
So it overextends just, and it's you can see the hunger and the just the anger and the greed in its eyes. It thinks it has you and it has your soul, because you're not looking great. You're like probably you're like heavily wounded, and it reaches in. It's like it's clawed spectral hands coming for you. You roll out of the way and it just fades straight past you. You can use your reaction now to make an attack.
Absolutely. Going for its hip bone. Oh, Lord. 11.
Unfortunately, that's a miss. The AC is 16. You swing down again. It just bursts out of existence, and it's back. Your sword passing harmlessly through it. Okay, that's all I can do. Moving on to Phoenix.
Okay. As I am still holding Witch Bolt, it's just going to get another shocker from me.
Okay, that's this one here, is it?
Or would I roll it again?
That's completely your choice.
I re-roll it. Why not for the last?
Okay.
So the hits doesn't count because it's already hit, but it's 17 points.
It's an auto hit if you just maintain it, is it? Like if you hit once?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Okay, that's cool.
Basically, it's attached to this creature.
So that's another 17 points of damage.
17 points of
against that one there?
Against the one that I originally hit, which I think is this one.
Oh, shit. Okay, so yeah, it kind of passes through this one and hits this one. 17 points of damage.
Yeah. So again, after doing to the guy behind him, Phoenix just swings around again, claps the hands, directing it straight at this creature again as the lightning bridge fires out again.
Nice. Yeah, there's this like this sort of multicolored lightning leaves your hand. Just Phoenix, how does this one meet its end?
Okay. So in true Ghostbuster fashion, as these are ghosts, I like raise it and then just like explode it into air.
Explodes in this shower of spectral energy that just begins to just drift down, almost with a sort of strange tinkling sound as this shower of tiny minuscule beads of ice just land on the floor. And it is gone. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm going to turn around and look at this other one and be like, you're next.
I will feast on your soul.
Moo, get him. And Moo's just going to jump off the hammock and just dive at this creature. Because he actually gets a turn after me. He gets a turn after me,
yes!
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, God.
He's gonna have a go at him. Okay, I love it. I love it.
He has an attack where essentially like kicks or something, right? But I've redesigned it slightly. So instead, Moo just gums people to death. So he's gonna come down and literally try and take a chomp out of this spectral creature.
Okay. Let's see what happens here, man. I'm here for all of this.
I haven't got the macro for it, but it's a 14.
I think this guy's a shit AC. His AC is 13.
Okay.
Fuck off.
So as Moo hits him, he just goes and like numbs it. For 1 point of damage. That's all it does.
For 1 point. Well, move Moo over to melee. Move his token over there so he's closer. Yeah, and you just see this like.
That's fantastic.
Does he pass through him? Because if he does, he's going to hit the floor.
Yeah, he will pass through him, but like as he passes through
slowly,
you just see him like for a second he gets hung up on this creature's arm here, and he just says and you hear this like. He looks down, and he's like. What is this? And then as his little gums slip off the arm, he just is like, ow. And he lands on the floor with a plop. Give me a dexterity saving throw. Let's say the DC is 8. If he makes it, he's not going to take a point of damage.
Okay. He's actually got a +3 to dex.
What could go wrong?
Wow. How does he have a +3?
Oh, look at that! 21!
Get in here. He just lands with he sticks the landing with a bit of pike and just like,
How does
lands
a mushroom
perfectly.
do 3-point superhero landing? That's
Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
definitely.
Maybe
Little
the
hand like,
MVP.
whoop.
That's my turn, yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, so this Sword Art Warrior here is dead. To take it out of the turn order. Phelim, you're up. What have you got?
Balaam is going to, as he's stepping kind of across him, he's going to use swing with his right hand and do a kind of an underhand slash. Let's see what we get there. 22.
22 is going to hit.
I'll go with my six damage half, I think, and then I'll have me extra attack. I'll go come and follow through with the second hand. 10 is a miss.
So that, 10 is in 4. I do believe this thing used its bonus action, though, didn't it?
Oh, then it's
Yeah, so you have.
yeah,
you should-
22.
Yes.
They all, they do it no matter what. So you have an advantage on that. So it's a 26 and a 22 for 12 piercing down to 6 because you're not wielding a magical weapon. Again, you drive it through and it screeches and hisses in your face.
I'll just be offhand then. Another stab with the sword.
This is the bonus action to use this, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, cool.
That is 22 for 11.
Okay, down to 5. Yeah, again, just stab. Like Joe Pesci in with the pen. It's like you're just gone. Yeah, just gone feral. You're like just stabbing away with this thing, and it hisses and shrieks in response. You are doing damage to it, but it's still going. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm just gonna rub some sleep out of my eyes. Still not long after waking up.
Yeah. Okay, this one's gonna have a go at Nera. So
It's
this one.
stunned and can't.
Oh, it is stunned. Thank you very much. So that's until the end of Nera's next turn. Fucking hell. Okay, cool. Torvik, you're up. What have you got?
Little fella.
So Torvik at this point, seeing that the thing's gone inside, will just a very steady walk, draw aim, and as soon as he sees that thing, will just line up the shot. So
Did
I'll
we get
move
a
to
follow?
there.
Sorry.
Yeah, little fella. 718.
Cheers, mate. Thanks for the follow. We appreciate it. We're trying to get to 1,000. Where are we now? We're at
986.
987.
14 13 away. Awesome.
Nice.
Cool. Sorry, Torvik. So what are you doing?
That's all right. I'm always ready to pause for a new follow. So that's an attack at advantage on the one that is stunned.
Okay, roll to hit.
Um,
Oh, you're using your bow here, are you?
yeah, I'm using the bow.
You're going to need to open the door, I'm afraid.
I thought the door was already open. I think it was
No.
kicked out. Oh, it was. Yes. Okay. No, you're right.
No,
I'll
it
open the
shot
door.
through the door and then it came back in through the door.
Okay. So this first one will be at disadvantage then, because I'll have opened the door to.
Yeah. So that's a 9 and it is
11.
Unfortunately, it's a miss. Yeah. But as you do it, you can certainly step back without fear of reprisal because it is stunned.
Yeah. So I
And-
will for that second one.
Yeah.
Extra attack. And this time.
Oh, look at that. 29 did it.
29.
And it is the most enticing target you've seen. Just stood there, just almost floating there as this, and you can tell it's going nowhere. There's no movement. All these kind of like almost Ray Harryhausen jerky movements have stopped. And oh Jesus, that is
damage.
11 points of psychic
damage.
damage. Nevertheless, that is enough to finish it off. Torvik, how do you do this?
Nice.
So I see that thing just stood there, and I just take the aim for that kind of red heart part of it. I'm just trying to take a heart shot straight
see
through.
that kind of like expanding with this like and it's beating fast now. It's the only thing about this spectral creature that's moving in its stunned condition, and it's like and you take your aim.
I'm going to try and see if I can get it ripping the heart out through using the kind of that full dreadful strike energy, that fey message just to grab it.
Lovely. It shoots through and takes his spectral heart with it and nails it to the wall. And with a and then you just see that the spectral heart just explode, and there's this kind of ethereal sort of wisps as this thing disappears. Fucking epic.
Let's go back 25. And I will enter the hut at this point because I think, actually, if I can see everything from there, I might hold position at this point.
Yeah.
With my passive, can I see what the rest of the camp is doing?
With a 17, you can.
Or hear what's happening if I'm not.
Yeah, there's. It's a bit chaotic. They're sort of running over, this direction. Some of them are. You can see some of them are running towards the walls. A lot of people are running towards the walls.
Okay.
Because generally that's where most of the attacks come from. One or two of them are coming towards you. Where are you there? I would say, let me just see. No, you can't see that guy. For the record, I will say that. So, in fact, off the record, this guy had fallen asleep. But I don't think you guys actually caught that. So that's it for Torvig then. Moving on.
Yes, that's all I got.
Okay, Kethra, here we go.
Yeah, she's just going to take a step forward, and now that she knows the one behind her is taking care of her, she's taking a step forward and she's just having an axe.
So you're going to move straight into where this thing was. Let's get rid of this yoke here.
Yeah. And she is just going to swing at it. She knows.
You see this thing, and yeah, you can see it from the back. Its hair, again, is just blowing and wisping in this non-existent breeze. That is a 16 to hit because it did use its bonus action to... Actually, it didn't because it was...
They did.
No, this one here, I thought Phelan did something that I couldn't use it. No, it's fine. It did. So yeah, 16 hits it. For 13 slashing down to 6 as it passes through and you can see it. Again, its head does this 180 degrees thing and its eyes flash and its fangs just bare at you.
Yeah, as it turns around, she's just so scared of that. She's just gonna go hit the face again.
It's like that fucking librarian in Ghostbusters terrified the shit out of me as a kid. Like, it's exactly what it looks like. Its hair just stands on end.
I just killed it.
Yeah,
No!
yeah. So second attack. 23 for 13 slashing. Down to 6. Oh, almost, Kethra, almost. You can see this thing flashing in and out now, like frenetically, as it is. It's barely clinging on to its grasp of this plane of existence. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I've got nothing else.
Okay, moving on to Mormas the Wraith. Wash, rinse, repeat. I'm gonna drop a level 3 magic missile on you.
Shield.
That's all you can do.
I love the silence. The silence is golden. It's a wonderful.
Magic missile is an auto hit anyway, isn't it?
Not on shield. It's the
No,
only thing that
shield
stops
cancels
it.
magic missile.
Are you serious?
Shield is the
Yeah.
only thing that stops it
Yeah.
automatically.
Oh. I feel your pain there.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
but I
Phoenix
know,
facing him
you
is
know,
just like,
Tangible.
I just look as you again this time though. Its fingers elongating. This time these balls of force energy just begin to just shoot out from its hand, and they just point blank range just slam you, and but you just throw up this shield, and what kind of color is your shield? It's like this again kind of rainbow bridge shimmering energy, or
you know when you drop oil into water,
yeah.
it's that kind
Nice.
of shimmer
Yeah.
of color.
Nice. You see this for a second, all the colors of the rainbow. Boom, 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 boom. And from the other side of your shield, Phoenix, you do see them almost push through, almost like a finger into a water balloon, and they go bloom, 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 but then they're just absorbed as this shield spell takes effect, and you hear perhaps we misjudged you. I shall return with beings of suitable power. And it is going to drift to the wall. Would you like to make an attack of opportunity?
As he says that, I'm just going to return a comment of, no wonder you died if you're that terrible of a caster.
Oh my god.
I will. Yeah, Yeah, I'm gonna try and do this. Oh no, shit! You can only do spells if you're a warcaster.
Yeah, if
right?
you're Warcaster, you can use your.
Yeah, fuck it. We're trying to
Reaction.
bonk him with the staff then.
Just give him a belt to the staff.
20.
Fucking hits! As he turns tail, you just crack him on the back of the head, and you hear this like, ow!
Run away!
As
Run
he fucking
away!
scoots through. He is getting the fuck out of there. Presumably, oh, sorry. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He's a 60-foot fly speed. He's through the door.
I love that he
move on?
fucked up Torvik and then just was like, what the fuck is this little guy?
Oh man, that is fucking
Why is there a
hilarious.
mushroom trying to eat my arm?
Yeah. Oh, wait, does he get attack of opportunity?
What's that? Yeah, give him one for fucking go on.
On the ground.
5 to 16 for 1 point.
Fuck. Oh. And what happens is Moo just latches onto his ankle and he just starts gumming the ankle. As Mormesk the Wraith passes through,
Yes.
Moo cannot. And he just flop lands on the ground with a little thing. But you can just see this like happy little kind of like little waddle on Moo, like that he got one in. And he is delighted with life. So I'll just take another point of damage off Mormesk. I didn't have a full character sheet prepared for him tonight, so I'm kind of winging it with Mormesk. But
Obviously didn't need it, I knew it.
and so Moo is now like just like stuck to the side of this wall. Okay, cool. Mormesk is out. Nera, what have you got?
So this one in front of him has just been eviscerated by an arrow from Torvik, and the other one is on its last legs, I presume, behind me.
It's not. Yeah, it's looking very, very bad.
So Lyra, I suppose, is kind of looking around and asking Torvik, "What the fuck is going on? Is there any more of these yolks, or what's the crack?" And I suppose, seeing that the other two are like either side of this thing, like comic book whacking it alternatively. So I think it's like, yeah, these guys got this. So I think Lyra's going to like, just run outside and kind of, I suppose, have a look around and see what
You can see now. You can see Greta making her way. She's like this massive blade, and she sees Nera, and she goes, "Right, I'm coming. Don't you worry, I'm coming." And she's got this massive two-handed fucking battle axe out, and she's ready to go. You can see she's like, she's pretty much thrown on a towel because, obviously she didn't have time to put on any armor or whatever like that, or don her leathers, whatever. It's just a kind of a cloak and towel thing, and she's running along with this like massive battle axe. She's like, right, ready.
I don't know what's going on. There's some ghosts in our house, and I don't know what's going on. He can't see anything. Nera is going to use. I'm going to now test out some other crazy monk shit and see about. Nera's basically going to run around. Mechanically, this isn't going to do anything, but just narratively, I want to see. So he has 40 speed straight off the bat.
Yeah.
He could then use his action to dash.
Yeah.
Which would take him up to 80.
Yeah, okay.
He could then, theoretically, and let's just do this for the crack, he could then use a key point. Oh no, that's dodge as a bonus action. Oh, step of the wind. No, he could use the key point to use dash as a bonus action, which would take him up to 120? Or does that just double?
Okay, cool. So
No,
are
you can
you
do
are you
120.
I'm not finished yet, by the way.
are you trying to chase Mormesk the Wraith?
No, he's not. He's literally going to run around the camp to
okay.
see everything. So no, I'm not doing that. I just want to see how fast this guy can move. So we've stopped 40. If my action to dash is up to 80, bonus action dash then is another 40 on top of that.
Yeah, it's 120.
And then he has feline agility. I'm putting feline agility into the chat to see what you think of this.
Nera's just turned into the Flash.
Kind of, yeah. As it says, When you move on your turn in combat, you can double your speed until the end of the turn.
Oh my god.
Fucking hell. Okay, cool.
I don't know, whatever way you
So
want to
when you
stack that
move
up.
on your turn, so your movement speed is doubled, right?
Yeah.
So that we're starting
That's
at a base.
double
So being agility
everything.
means I start off with 80 speed.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
So dash doubles that to 160.
So you're just going
And
to dash
then
back to the Radiant
Bonus
Citadel,
action
the
dash
Ethereal
is
plane
another
then.
80 on top of that, which is 160 plus 80, which is up to 240. So I have 240 feet of movement in 6 seconds.
Gotta
Fucking
go fast.
hell.
Gotta go fast.
Sonic boom.
Back a sec. Oh, I'm back. Never mind. It was
So,
grand.
are you just going to run around the fucking
He's just
house?
gonna run around to have a look at the place. I just wanted to see. I couldn't figure this out on my own, so I needed to get you guys in.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm fucking here. Look at
This.
Is that like when you're young? You're like,
Keep.
what the
Hold on
fuck,
1
like,
second. Hold on 1 second. Don't let that go. I just want to screen grab that. Oh, give me 1 second. Just gotta set the frame. Ah, it's gone.
Do it again.
Do it again.
It's still up on my thing.
What is it?
There it is. I just need.
Oh.
Don't let that go. I just want to screen grab it. Capture. Boop. Yeah, great. Fucking hell. Okay, cool.
Thank you for the follow, Knitting Daddy.
Oh, cheers, Knitting Debbie. What's it? I never see the followers.
Oh, do you not?
I only see it when Stream Elements tells me I don't. It doesn't come
Oh,
up
yeah.
otherwise for
Yeah.
me.
Oh, I see it. Sorry, yeah. Thank you for the follow, Knitting Daddy. Cheers, appreciate it. Okay, cool. So, so Nera just takes off like a fucking bolt of lightning.
Yeah.
And you just see, the first thing you see is just these cat's claws for feet just digging in and finding purchase in this somewhat frozen
Oh, yeah,
ground.
I think he has
from
to
the-
like crouch down and do that like tap
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
On all
yeah,
fours,
the
and then
little
he's
butt
gone
wiggle.
like out.
Yeah, the little butt wiggle, and then you're gone. Okay, and you shoot around the place, and you can see that people are coming out now. And you do notice, you do pass by Derthast, who is kind of hiding behind this thing, looking. I actually need to give him the benefit of long rest, since you all had it. Click my long rest button because I have a feeling you guys are probably going to have a go at him. Cool, yeah, and you do pass by him, and he's looking, and you're just gone, and you're like, oh my god, what was that? Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I literally wanted to use all my action, bonus action, and a key point just to see how fast I can
cool.
go.
This
So I
sword
suppose,
raid-
if there's anything Nero can see or they can see around the campsite or anything.
nothing else of note or import.
So he comes back around and he's like, "Yeah, there's none of them, no more of them ghosts anyway. We're grand. They're the only
Okay,
ones."
cool. So he's gonna. So this sword wraith warrior is up next, and it's gonna have a go at. It's gonna have a go at Phoenix. It's gonna unload everything it has. Sorry, on Phelim. And we're gonna go longsword two-handed. Boop. That is a 14 to hit.
Miss.
Fuck. Okay, cool. Second,
Nice.
it's gonna use its bonus action to go again. Longsword two-handed. Lads, what's going on with my rolls tonight? So it just takes these two swings, but you're just like, just too quick, and you dodge aside. It looks around, it sees it's by itself, and it begins to drift through the wall. Hethar and Phelim, you both get attacks of opportunity if you want to take them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Phelim, 10 to hit is a miss.
Oh god.
Hethar, 25 for 5 slashing. It's not a magical weapon, so it's down to 2. It has 2 hit points left.
Nice.
10, 15, 20, 25,
Oh, no.
30.
Oh, right.
Nero,
If
you
only
do.
I hadn't used all my
As you,
speed.
as you come as you come back,
He's like two hands on
as
his
you
knees.
come back from your circuit, you see this thing leave through the wall. You see this sword swipe from Hethar. You can see this battle axe just come straight through this wattle and daub type wall. As this thing just walks, just drifts lazily out. Phoenix, what have you got?
You said the chimney's next to me, right?
Yeah, you're a little bit low on your mic there. I don't know if you can get any
That's
closer.
just because I was
yeah,
too
sorry,
far
yeah.
away. You said the chimney's next to me, yeah?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I'm gonna fly up the chimney.
Fuck off. Okay. The chimney. I said chimney is like 10 feet. So you're gonna go 10 feet. So 5 feet to get to here,
Yep.
and then 10 feet up. That's 15. Yeah, you're up.
And then another 5, 10 to make sure I can see it. And yeah, you're not going anywhere. It's bad enough one of you got away. Question is, how do I want to do this? Yeah, fuck it. We're gonna go for the witch bolt again.
Nice. Okay, you need to roll Dave for this thing, don't you?
I do indeed.
It's AC is 16.
So yeah, again, the wings just coming out, now covered in the soot a little bit. Flaps even harder. All the soot.
Do you know what? You are going to take a point of fire damage for going up that chimneys. You do feel those delicate wings, those delicate, beautiful fairy wings just begin to singe, and as you emerge from the chimney, it's almost like this, like if you've ever watched like a real coal fire burning. Sometimes you see those little weird dots of fire just trace their way up the back of the chimney. That's what it looks like on the side of your wings as you flap them. And the point of damage you take is like when you flap them harder the oxygen fuels the fire.
I get you. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so now with the puff of coal off me, and then obviously the tips of my wings glowing with fire, or with embers, should we say, I will do the witch bolt. So again, all the lightning builds up around my wings, channels through me.
Yeah.
But this time, instead of clapping, I'm just going to point at it. And it's going to come out the tip of the finger.
Nice. I roll to hit.
25.
Oh my god.
One lightning. It's at 2 hit points.
Fuck's sake.
Okay. Can I use my inspo to re-roll that?
Yeah.
Right.
I will say you can, yeah. But I will say, give me 1 second till I just fix this thing's hit points. I will say that if I have inspo and I roll shit damage, the same applies for me going forward for the rest of this campaign. Is everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
Everyone okay with that?
Absolutely.
I'm fair with that.
Okay. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yeah. Fair.
You have advantage because it used its thing the last time. It used its bonus action to attack Phelim.
Oh, well then that's a nat.
That is a critical hit
for
21 points of lightning damage. Phoenix, it has 2 hit points left. As it drifts lazily out through this wall, Phelim and Kethra striking ineffectually at it. Kethra's battle axe crunching through this wattle and daub side frame of this house. You shoot up the chimney, the fire beginning to singe your wings. You hear this little from Moo as you leave him. You emerge out. What does this look like?
So, charging up, he points at the creature and just goes, bye. As it fires out and just encompasses the creature and then just swallows it as it compresses in.
And again, it seems to implode this time as it that sizzling, sparking sound gone. And with that, we are out of the turn order. I'll take the music down.
Deep breath.
I take it if Torvig runs around, he can't see the other one.
I mean, how far can you get? 5, 10. I mean, you've no idea really which way it went.
No, I mean, I'd say I'm running around the house because I saw it go through the wall, but I don't know where it would have gone. So I'm happy to say you can't see it.
Yeah, it's pretty much. Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, Mormask is going to live to fight another day. But yeah, so let's just delete him out of there. Hurry! And Lily Petlowind arrives. He goes, Greta arrives, and she's like, hurry! I'm ready. Where? Point me at them! I'll kill them all.
You may have arrived a little too late, Greta.
Greta.
Yeah, that too.
Right. Shite. How is everyone? You all alright?
Torvik has a
There is.
massive bloody gash down that way, and
Yeah.
blood pouring down from a
Alright.
shoulder wound.
And she walks over and she's gonna try a medicine check on you. What is that?
Raven Ranger
she'll-
in chat says your rap is slipping.
I don't get it.
Because I thought you said she was wrapped up like she didn't have her armor on and stuff. She's just
Oh
got,
yeah,
like,
oh
she's
yeah.
just in a towel,
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Torvik's
yeah.
like, mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she's gonna attempt a medicine. Oh god, that's a 2. And you can see, yeah, she is trying to hold up the leather, the towel and whatever else she threw around her. And unfortunately, she digs her thumb straight into the wound with a 2. And you're gonna take a point of damage. From it. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Tori. Oh.
Thank you for your concern. I'll be fine.
I'll just leave. And she kind of looks at her thumb and it's like, oh god. And she kind of rubs it in the ground and kind of, right. Phoenix, what are you doing over in the fountain?
Is it cleaned water now, or is it still that rancid rainwater?
Well, it's not flowing. But there is the thing about that necrotic rain is it after maybe 20-30 minutes it sort of loses its potency.
Right. Okay.
So it is water. You can definitely dip your wings in there if you wish.
I'm just straight in it.
Okay, flunk. And you're like, oh, and it feels good. It feels good. Okay, so Kethra and Phelim, you guys are all right. Phelim, I thought things were gonna be bad for you there.
So does I.
Yeah.
Phelim was his life was starting to flash before him.
Yeah.
He's been-
Okay, cool. So yeah, as a Barnabas this time you're just like ring ding 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 ding. It's hello. I'm so sorry I'm a little bit late, slightly later than Greta. I just got a little bit delayed. That's it. I see you've taken care of everything. I shall, Derthast the melodious shall write a song. I will pen a ditty, verse in your honor. The Battle of the Survivor Camp.
Does he smell like he wet his trousers?
Make a perception check.
It's not great for me, but I try it. Nope.
Hard to tell with the everything that's been going on, and the smell of burning a little bit, the smell of singed
I
wings
saw
and
him
stuff.
hiding behind the thing. Did I? Was he
You
just kind of
you
like hanging
saw
out,
him,
or was
you
he?
saw him sort of. He wasn't hiding. He was sussing it out. And give me an insight check, and let's just see what you discerned. Given that you went so fast, let's do this at disadvantage.
That is definitely fair enough. What did you say? Insight, was it?
Insight check.
Oh yeah, I can handle that as well.
15 is not bad. With a 15 for your insight as you shot by at super high speed, 240 feet in 6 seconds. The impression or the vibe that you got off him was one of assessment. That he was ready to step in if things looked too shit, but he'd seen you fight once or twice with him. And you feel that this was a perfect opportunity for him to watch you fight without him. And there's definitely one of assessment there.
Okay, so he wasn't just like cowardly hanging back. He was.
I mean, he can cast Fireball, so no.
Fair. Yeah, I'll just kind of like make some past remarkable comment like, yeah, well, sure, you saw plenty from back there anyway. You were hanging back, having an old look, weren't you?
You seem to have everything, how you say, there's a little cat's claw that's gonna click like that.
Clickety-click.
Like, in hand, yeah. This
Alright, yeah, so we had it all taken care of.
No. How has nobody made a Derthast the Mistlodious joke yet?
Just still on Malodius. It hasn't got past that
Yeah,
yet.
Malodius was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like, all right, I Captain. Oh, she's gone. All right, cool. Lily, how is everybody? Everybody okay? And as you all reassess how everyone is feeling, and you're all sort of trying to suss yourselves out. Does anybody want to interact with anyone, or?
Well, I suppose when the awake fire foes flee call went up first, you were saying that like the other members of the camp kind of went to take their positions around the barrier or whatever, around the boundary.
Yeah, everyone's going to the boundary. Yeah.
Are they kind of like, did they just hear us shouting and they went, oh, the normal place attacks come from are outside, and they went there thinking something was happening, or is there something actually happening?
No,
are they kind of
just,
like they're starting to stand down now, kind of going, what was going on?
Yeah, the default for them is that they normally just go and man the walls, because normally it's just, it's like these occasional kind of hordes of zombies and stuff like that, but it's nothing that sometimes these incorporeal beings kind of make their way in, and that was their first default was to man the walls to make sure that there was no physical incursion.
I suppose Nira will ask if, like, so is that the first time you guys have had any of them ghosts in here, or is it?
Or no, it's not, and so we've had a couple of spectral incursions before, and she goes, but never anything so concentrated, never anything so pointed. They obviously came for you, didn't they?
Yeah, well, I mean, that was the next thing.
And then you hear this. Yes, they did indeed come for you. And I will send more and more. And then peering right over the fountain. Sorry, it's a large figure. Before. Is this creature again? And it's hovering there, but it's almost it's half there and it's half not. I'll shift ping that little bad boy.
This is the same dude we saw earlier.
The same dude you saw that sent the necrotic rain your way, and it says, "I will send more and more of my minions to fetch your souls."
Nira is definitely slipping out the dagger of returning out of its sheath.
Torvig is aiming the bow at this point.
I have heard your conversations. The stinking half-orc and the flea-ridden bard sending a strike force my way. You will learn respect. You will learn fear. With that, it disappears. That's where we're going to leave it for tonight. Thanks everyone for sticking with us. Thanks to everyone for the new follows. We love you all. And Major, Palpatine is my go-to for evil bad guy voices. My friend. Thanks so much for sticking with us. We'll be back in a month, but if you want some more of your D&D fix, then please tune in tomorrow for our very own Phoenix, who's Deranged Rhino, who's going to be running episode 1 of the Consequential Quintrivium. I cannot wait to watch this. What are we kicking off at 7:30?
7:30, yeah.
7:30. I got to do a late social media post tonight, so I might we'll just use that question mark one, or actually the one with all the
full one,
the one with all the characters in it. So please tune in for that. This is going to be Ryan's episode 1 of his regular campaign. We're very excited, and we've got some new players and some people who are not new to stream. And it's going to be awesome. And then on Sunday, we've got DM Ben with Cloaks of Minehelm. And then on Tuesday, DM Carrick for episode 2. Life Letter. What time zone? It's a BST. So right now, it's 12 minutes past 11 at night here. So I don't know how that works out for you, Life Letter. But do come and check it out. And then we've DM Carrick on Tuesday with episode 2 of Curse of Strahd, which I didn't get to catch because I was in band rehearsal, but I will check it out over the weekend.
He did
Thank
phenomenal.
you
He did a really
so
good
much.
job.
Did he? I've no doubt. I've no doubt. Thank you very much, guys. We love you all, and thanks for the new follows, and thanks for everyone who interacted with us in chat. We love you all. We do our best to interact with you and make you part of the community. Hit up our Discord. We love you all. And Ryan, what do we always say? What do you always say?
Remember, guys, keep on rolling.
We love you all.